Hello, 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 everyone. Can you guys hear me? Start off with that. All right, this is Flanks06 here, also known as James. I am the community manager here for Dragori Games. And this is it, guys. We're in the final stretch here. Basically, we are just a little bit over 12 hours to go. Exactly? I think we're about 14 hours or so to go before the whole thing closes out. And since it does close out at 10 a.m. in the morning on a Thursday, that's not really a great time for me to do a live stream, considering I also have a day job besides doing board game stuff for Jagori. So this is definitely the last opportunity I'll have to get to talk about the game here. Before the campaign finishes out. So today I thought we'd focus a lot on the campaign itself, what pledges there are, because I know we always get an insane amount of questions, as I'm sure anyone that's been paying attention has already seen. Just a crazy amount of questions as what is in each pledge, what are the items in those, how are they used. Um, yes, yep, doing some moonlighting. You got to make some money somehow, right, guys? No, this is definitely a passion project for me. I definitely wouldn't be here if I didn't love doing this and didn't love doing this stuff for the community. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go over those things. We may go into some other things, and there's some stuff over here. I don't know. We might have to talk about that later and what that could be for. But I think I did say that there might be a couple giveaways or something here. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the page. More you do that helps me, helps everyone else see more about the content for the game. Lore videos, strategies, news. I mean, I cover pretty much everything, and I even do some other board game stuff as well. So if you haven't done that already, make sure to jump on in. So, let's see. Wow, we got a lot of comments already. Fantastic. Glad to see you guys all here. Super excited. Code says go all in. That's pretty much his phrase for everything in his life. um, and let's see. We got all kinds of stuff. Everyone's happy. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Chen. Yeah, so if you guys have questions about things, definitely drop them in the chat here. Like I said, I'll be talking about the campaign, but I'll try to jump back into the comments here. German translator here. Clayton, Alex, and Evan are not answering my emails. Dan answered me that he's not working. Did you? Yes, I do know that he is no longer working for Dragori. But I can, if you want to send me an email at james at dragorigames.com, I can help answer that. All right. At Michael, this is very different from somebody else that was brought up in a discussion of the Kickstarter. But any chance of a second pose for the Phoenix? So I thought about that too. That would be pretty awesome. We'll show the Phoenix down here pretty soon. But I think one of the biggest challenges, and the challenge a lot with this campaign, is it is primarily a reprint. We wanted to come up with a lot of cool new things, or some cool new things as well, to have people be excited about to see. But the more things that we add, the more risk it is, right? For anyone that has been part of our campaigns, people, our campaigns before, you guys are already aware that when we add a ton of stuff, it's really cool. But then that means that's even more for us to try to fulfill on, and it gets a lot harder to do that. And we want to try to make this as the best quality game that we can. And part of that is when you have multiple models of the Phoenix itself, then that means that's another mold, which the mold is really expensive already to do the tooling for. And then you essentially people would have to buy two different ones. So then maybe you're not wanting to commit maybe $40 or something, or 35 or whatever that it would charge. So it makes the add-on just more expensive as well. But anyway, that's kind of the quick thing as to why I don't think there's going to be a second sculpt. But if you really want to, like there is two arts for it, you can get a second one and paint it a different color. Also, there was a cool idea of if you just wanted one Phoenix, you paint one half the Hellfire color, and then the other being like the Penumbral Phoenix. All right. Is the secret gift a second Phoenix? I'll just confirm that one. No, it's not. All right. Who are you voice acting? Oh man, I said that would be a secret, and then you guys would have to figure it out. So I did do some clues before. So just to remind everyone of what I'm even talking about. So Foreteller is doing an add-on. If you don't have it on your pledge now, I highly recommend you guys get that on there. It's not included in most of the pledges due to many of our backers not speaking English. So if you don't have it and you want to have Foreteller, have that great audio and everything, check it out. You can add it in the add-on section of your pledge. But anyway, I am doing a voice character in there. I gave some clues before. One of those was that we had actually mentioned that character earlier on in the stream I did with Adam when we were talking to him from Foreteller. And he is an important figure in the Wasteland expedition campaign. Um, it's real hard to say too many more things. Let's see, I think there was one more that. Ooh, he's part of a pretty important organization. Let's say that. All right. Um, where is the Kickstarter update? It is coming very soon. So Michael, I just talked to him just prior to getting on here, and pretty much he said that he is finishing the update. He was waiting on one more piece of information from one of the other team members who was working on it, and then once he got that, he was going to post it live. So there's a very good chance, since the update didn't go out, we'll refresh right now, that he may do it while we're on the stream. So once it pops out, we'll probably cover that as well because we're here, right? Um, anyway, so yes, he's voice acting the farmer's pig. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. I have a question about Foreteller add-on. No offense to them, but if and I do mean if the app were to close, go away, or whatever, could we be able to download the audio for the game? Actually, we did talk about that question. That question did come up in the live stream. So you can check it out there, but I will give you the short answer. The short answer is yes. Foreteller said that if something were to happen them, they would make that the audio still available for backers to download. Now the challenge is there's a lot of audio tracks, right? So keep that in mind. It will still be available, but it may be a little more challenging, right? Because you have so many tracks for the game. But I mean, it's like 35 to 40 hours is what Adam said in the live stream. So we got just a crazy amount of audio that's coming for this massive game. This is like Foreteller's biggest project. So you guys are getting definitely your money's worth um, on that add-on. Okay, so you've got my vote for you to work at Foreteller. Awesome, thanks. Zalir. No, it's not Zalir. Free Ananub. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm hearing you. As long as I can download it, then I'll get the add-on. Free code for Ananub. Now, I will say another thing we added in the stream too is they're going to make it available, of course, if something were to happen. But Foreteller has actually been doing a lot, pretty well recently. They've gotten a lot of new additional contracts and doing a lot of cool stuff. Even games that I didn't even know that they were doing, they're working on now. So a lot of cool things. So definitely, if you guys don't have the Foreteller add-on, go up here right now, click that Manage Pledge, select the pledge that maybe you already have, then you confirm that, and in fact, you know what? Let me see if I can do it because I don't want to show my personal information if I don't have to. But let's just see if I can go in there, and I will do it real quick just to verify. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay. And you click that manage pledge, and you go to change pledge, and you have to log back in if you logged out like I did. And then here we go. You select, yeah, and then you go back here, and I think I can show this part real quick. Let me see. Hold on. All right, so you guys can see that. You select your reward. Deluxe Returning Backer Bundle is the one that I have selected. And then you can go to the add-ons here. You can add additional items to your order based on your pledge. I'm going to talk about the Deluxe Returning Backer Bundle here, guys. But if you go right here, Foreteller Audio Narration, there it is. You select it, add it, and then it's on there. And then we have all these other ones here as well. The only thing that I did not, that is not on here, but if you would like it, definitely check it out, is if you add $29 to the bonus support, that's going to be the price for the upgrade for anybody that was one of those day one free Silver Dragon backers. If you do that, that's going to be the price of getting your Silver Dragon painted. So there you go. Yeah, I know. I wasn't showing anything on purpose. All right. So you guys should be able to see my screen though right now, right? Yeah, I think so. All right. So then we will jump back here. And let me see. Went too far. It's always what happens, right? All right, guys. So back to the main page here. Um, Worst case, just release text files and go full Gen AI revoicer. Yeah, Tanares Party. You aren't showing it. Is there a PDF of the revised rulebook? It's not finished yet. Um, so there is the PDF of the rulebook that you can get. It's on the Discord page, and I think it might be on the Dragori Games page as well. Um, but I think you have to go to the link for it. But otherwise, you can go to our Discord. We have it there as well. But it's not the final version yet. We will have that, of course, here pretty soon. But it probably won't be in time for the campaign. Um, why did the final stretch goal change from hero background summary to surprise? They've had some change of mind, and we're still kind of discussing some other details. So it's not finalized yet. Let's say that. And so um, I think that was like an idea that they had at one point that they were going to post, and then they ended up changing what they wanted to do that. Okay. Um, 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 uh, I remember showing you something from your previous live stream, the Hero Compendium book. Will there be a physical version of it? I really hope so. But it's currently no. I would say no. Just gonna go with that. All right. So we are currently at 1,413,921 with 7,446 backers with 14 hours to go, guys. Not too much longer, and who knows? Maybe I refresh the page and then it updates again. So let's go down to the different pledge levels, and I'm going to start going over everything. Actually, maybe we can jump right here to the stretch goals that we're looking at, and then we can go to the other ones later. Basically, obviously, you guys know special surprise is coming up. This needs to be updated, which I did tell them about. I think they were trying to um, post the update and the updated graphic at the same time, so I think that's why it's not there yet. Yeah, 2 million easy. No problem, man. No problem. 2 million. We got this. And then we have already unlocked new arts. I love the comment that somebody made earlier about the new arts. Um, classic Dragori. Uh, remember, they are from Brazil. So English is not their first language, and sometimes these little new arts get in there a little early, but it's okay. Now you know there's more than one art that's going to be added to the game. Next, yep, and then the new NPC, we're going to be unlocking a new secrets folder. And now we are down here to the pledges. I actually want to come back to this one because the first thing I'm starting with is actually the returning backer pledges. And then we'll come back up to these. So, because I know many of you guys, right, are returning backers, we really appreciate you guys coming back to, continue on this journey again with us. But a returning backer upgrade kit, that is the lowest pledge level after the pledge manager one, which if you look on the right here, so we have the add-ons only as a pledge level. So I guess I'll just mention that one. So if you want just add-ons, you don't even want any of the things I'm about to cover, which is a lot of the books and storage box and things like that, then you would want to select the add-ons one. And the add-ons would be things like, maybe the legendary box or the Penumbral pack or the madness box, right? And you just wanted those things because maybe you missed it or whatever. That's gonna be the pledge for you. You'll be able to add those, and then you're on your way. The next one is the Gates of the Empire, the $5 pledge, and that one is going to. Oh man, I don't even know why. Why did I put my camera on this side? What was I thinking? I was not thinking, I think, when I did this. So now I'm going to do a little swap-a-roo real quick, and you guys are going to be like, wait, what's going on? Whoa! All right, maybe that'll be a little bit better now. Um, I just read one of the comments there, but I don't know. I don't think I should even comment on that one. Okay, so Gates of the Empire, $5 pledge. That's basically you just want to get into the pledge manager. Maybe there's some other items that you either missed from a previous campaign that wasn't listed on the campaign page for this campaign. Or maybe you just, you don't have the funds right now, and you wanted to wait a little bit longer to pay for things. Gates of the Empire, there you go. That's going to be the one for you. In fact, we got 700 people in there, so we got a lot of people waiting to pledge down some more money, or just think about things more. I guess I'm not exactly sure for everyone, but I expect many people are just want to get things in the pledge manager. All right, next up is our first returning backer pledge, the upgrade pledge, 432 backers at $35. This pledge is getting you the 5 books here, new rule book, and then the journal, quest book, and city book now combined together. And they are being split across those 4 different books into the weeks. So you have weeks 1 and 2 for book 1, weeks 3 and 4 for book 2, weeks 5 and 6 for the third book, and then the last book is the end game or extra and extras. So that is where you will find the epilogue campaign adventures. I think it's called just In the Realms of Madness. And I was confusing that one with another product that we have with a very similar name. And then Wasteland Expedition will also be in that book. That's the 4th book there. Um, let's see. Next up here is then you will also receive 40 new cards there. Many of those cards are going to be the new um, unique roll. So roll hero unique attacks. It's a little confusing to say, but basically, if you don't know what that is right now, let's say you take our hero Rourke, the dwarf warrior. He has his own hero unique attacks, primary attacks, that in the current game they are level 0 attacks. As you go on through the game, you will level up, and those specifically, those attacks get a little bit weaker when you compare to the other the role specific attacks that you'll get, especially at like level 2 and level 3. They're much stronger, so you will get those new role specific attacks in there. And then I believe there is 2 extra ones in here. I'm actually kind of trying to remember what ones they are. Um, because it does not come to me right now. If you guys know in the chat, then pop in there and let us know. The next one is the 30-minute mini Euro size cards. This one is going to be new skills that are hero unique skills, and you will get to have a unique skill for your hero. And it'll be kind of like part of the progression of the game. As you get further on, you will be able to use that skill, which is much. I've already seen some of these skills, and they are pretty toasty skills. So they do have a lot of play with whatever the current one is. All right, let's jump into the. I guess we'll finish this. Then there is the 4 envelopes there, and these unlocks here will come with some cards. They'll come with some story elements, and then of course any of the stretch goals that have applied to this level, which is pretty much those physical stretch goal levels. Mostly things that apply to the books or cards will be part of that. All right. So let's jump into the questions here real quick. Tabira sounds more appealing than just a single art. Yep. The art is pretty awesome in the game. I'm still torn between the ultimate and the super box. My fiance wants the super box, and it does look cool, both the stuff and the boxes themselves. That's like a center display of collection thing. Has anyone done? Oh yeah, I can't comment on that one. But we're also waiting for 5 other campaign style board games to arrive. Yes, yes. I understand the challenge of this. Having too many campaign board games does make it a challenge. And it's one of those things where it's going to be different for everyone, right? Like what is which game do you think you're going to value the most? Um, I'm just going to be explaining what things there are, the things that I enjoy about the game, and probably what other people enjoy about the game. and hopefully that will kind of steer you as to what kind of decision you want to make for it. All right. Will the new Tanares Adventures books come with PvP rules, or will still refer to the original Arena book? Only because I noticed that there's some differences between two in stuff like movement. I believe that is a good question. I think that it is going to come with PvP rules, or they may split it out, and maybe there will be a separate book. Um, I'm not exactly sure about that. I don't think anyone has asked that question before, and I'm not sure what the plan is on that one. All right, is it just me or does he keep going quiet? Oh, am I going quiet? Let me know if you guys are having audio issues. All right, that J person is what cares me. You're wrong. He's in the Penumbral realm. Scares me. um, all right. If I buy the legendary pack but only want walls, is there a market for people buying characters? I'm sure there is because um, there's quite a few people that, especially like the Standee pledge level, haven't wanted to pay for a lot of additional characters, or just even some of the people that only cared about the characters. I bet you there probably is some people that would just want heroes. Um, so it's up to you, of course, as to what you think would be best for that. I know, if I didn't have like all the walls, or if I just wanted to do PvP, I'll turn my volume up here. Does that help you guys? Is that better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let me know if any of that needs to change more, and I can work on the volume a little bit more as well. Um, anyway, so yeah, I'd say it's possible, especially if you were just interested in PvP, and maybe not as much in the campaign. Then maybe people would want to do that. Wasteland Expedition confuses me because I've seen some places that say to play it before the ultimate campaign and some to play it after. I highly suggest play the Tanares Adventures campaign first, um, because Wasteland Expedition is intended to kind of be like an extra add-on, and I believe that they do want to make it more difficult. So if you're just getting started with the game, I think you're going to have a better time starting with the main campaign than to start with Wasteland Expedition. All right, it's before. It's a prequel. How many campaigns of the game, and what are they called? So we have the let's go in chronological order. Okay, so the first campaign is Wasteland Expedition. Is the extra campaign that is the new one, and it is I'd say, well, let me say new. It is the Arena the Contest campaign, but with the Tanares Adventures rule set, and there probably will be a few narrative changes as well. But that's primarily as to what it is. Then we have the Tanares Adventures main campaign, and that's the super big one, right? We're talking almost, I think it's like 95 quests in total. So there is quite a bit in there. I will say that there is 6 side quests that come from the Dragon Collection. So that is a part of that campaign, but those are completely optional. So if you don't have that, then you won't even notice that it's there, because you won't have the facts that will direct you into taking that route. And then the last campaign. Oh, sorry. There's 4. I'm sure someone's already gonna screw me, like say you're wrong, you're wrong. So the third one then is In the Realms of Madness. That is the epilogue campaign. So the idea is you play that main Tanares Adventures campaign, and then you're gonna come back, or you're gonna play that then after you have finished that. And I believe there's different endings to the game. So there's certain ones that'll lead specifically to the In the Realms of the Madness campaign, and then other ones that have a different ending. Then the next one is the Time Twist campaign, and the Time Twist campaign is in the Penumbral pack. That's the one you need the extra components from that pack for. Um, and that one's probably the most confusing time wise because it occurs after those other campaigns, but then it also, at certain parts, happens even before Wasteland Expedition, and so it kind of jumps around. I mean, it's Time Twist, right? So I think you got an idea of what that is. Um, and yeah, so those are the four campaigns there for the miniature side of the game. I'll talk about Standees here in a second. Okay, I have. Okay. I fought with demons and they have won. I will get the all-in dragons and more content that I can shake a stick at. I'm in. That's what we're talking about. Yes, one of us. One of us. Update just posted. All right, let's do this. Here we go. We're doing this live, guys, because I haven't even seen it myself. So, final hours, stretch goals, summary, plus miniatures, community goals. After a long journey, we are now very close to the end of this awesome campaign. We'd like to thank you all for joining us and bring us so much more to the world of Tanares. Thank you, guys. What you helped us to unlock. Let's make a recollection of all that was unlocked and added to the Tanares Adventures campaign. So here is the graphic. We got a lot of miniatures here. We got, God, I'm already forgetting her name because every time I think Harley Quinn, which is not correct. Um, and I shouldn't even be admitting that, but that is what she kind of reminds me of. As a new NPC character, we're getting new heroes. We're seeing our what is it, spectral assassin here. And then we have our 5 Kemet Lords and their beautiful glory there. I can't wait to see what they'll look like once the sculpts are actually finished. We have 10 new miniatures, 4 new structure cards, 8 new artifact cards, 7 new NPC cards, 4 new attack cards, Sarah as a hero, Herodran as a hero, Selir as a hero, Dragon Queen as a campaign hero, improved hero endings, 4 new secrets, 2 new quests, and 3 mini games. So there's quite a bit in there, tons of new heroes. And by the way, Michael did give me a peek of the new heroes, and they're pretty dope. Even which he's not even shown in here. They didn't even mention him. The chest hero is part of the game. Yes, that's right. You can use your chest, the mimic, as a hero as well. Yeah, Bromelade. Yep, that is the name. Um, Yes, Time Twist, Avengers Endgame. It kind of, yeah. Um, what exactly is the epic campaign, or what makes it epic? That was just like a name that they used, and it's actually funny because technically they've used the name twice. The original campaign was called the Epic Campaign, and then I believe the Tanares Adventures campaign, they also called it the Epic Campaign. Normally, I think we're calling the Epic Campaign the main Tanares one now. Okay, that's a lot of campaign. Up my pledge can take me into retirement 15 years. I mean, once you're in retirement, you like, yeah, it's easy mode. Just keep playing, right? All right. Then check them all in the stretch goal section. So we added 10 new miniatures across 8 beautiful sculptures and 5 heroes, 4 villains, and 1 special NPC. 4 new structure cards been introduced, adding an additional layer of evolution to your campaign. 8 new artifact cards that are now available. These potent items will elevate your hero's abilities to the next level. Yeah, getting some cool new items here that I think should be pretty cool. We're trying to still have the same flavor as to what the original Arena of the Contest artifacts did, but fit them within the same rule set. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Getting those 7 new NPC cards that have launched each week will bring a new and unique NPC, providing more variability and unique builds for your team. Can't wait for that. The that is one thing that is so hard to express in these updates, and even just to kind of show and understand people. I've seen so many times people say, why do I need so many heroes? Why, what's the point of like all the heroes? What's the point of all these different cards? Well, a lot of that is all the unique builds and strategies you can make, because each hero is truly unique. They do share things right between the classes like stats, but they all get unique effects, and they're getting even more right now, right? So we're getting those unique skills, and we're getting unique total charge abilities. I don't even think Michael announced that. If this is your first time hearing that, let me know in the comments, because yes, each hero is getting a unique total charge ability now. So you don't have, for example, if you're unfamiliar with the game, when you do a total charge, that is, you flip all 4 of your skill tokens over, and you immediately get to do a special total charge effect. For brutes, for example, brutes and shooters, you get to do 9 damage to a villain. For an example of what's coming for these new total charge effects, is you may get like Qatar, who is a damage dealer, but he moves people around or exposes them. I believe his is something like he's going to do 7 or 8 damage on hit, and these numbers may fluctuate, so keep that in mind. He's going to do a little bit less damage, but then he'll make the target exposed for that next turn. Or I think it was that they would move him. I think it's exposed, so I think he'll apply exposed to enemy. And then we'll have other characters that'll get, maybe other healing things, applying other effects. A lot of cool stuff there. Okay. I've got a fever, and the only cure is more Ananub. I completely agree with you on that. All right, let's go back here to the update. All right, 4 new attack cards have been released. With this stretch goal and social goals achieved, we have brought 16 new attack cards to Tanares Adventures. These allow your heroes to use enhanced versions of their initial primary attacks, maintaining their distinctiveness as the campaign evolves. Sarah, Zalir, Haradrim, Dragon Queen, and Chest are now heroes. These 5 characters will be playable in the Tanares Adventures campaign and will be unlocked as you progress through the story. Yes, and guess what? We're even making an ending for our Chest. He will also have an ending, so don't forget about Chest, guys. Um, we've enhanced the secrets and the journals, adding more cards to the secret packs and more minigames to your adventures. We've introduced 2 new quests, making a total of 5 new quests in this campaign. This includes 2 Kemet Lords themed quests, 2 Silver Dragons story quest line, and 1 Draconic Council quest. So there's a ton more coming. I just love even the fact that the Dragon Collection box got a lot of additional love in this campaign. I know for a lot of people were like, oh, well, it's just a few extra quests, and then you get that one hero, but she's only used in PvP. And then if you weren't interested in boss versus boss, there wasn't a lot of reason. Now we've given you even more reason to check out that Dragon Collection box with all those cool miniatures in there. So hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right. My headset died, so I'm changing headsets here. Okay. Hopefully the sound is still good for you guys. So, uh, so many heroes. Yes, we have 60 plus heroes. It's absolutely ridiculous how many heroes there are. Yeah, so I heard you guys liked chest, especially when we're talking about this lady here. So Dragori thought we'd give you some extra chest with our mimic hero. Okay. Yeah, so now you guys are going to be telling me to quiet down probably by the end of this stream. So, all right. Next up is we got all that, the community missions unlocked and how to engage. Well, we must admit we kind of messed this up. Many had doubts about the community goals, didn't find the links, had problems with access, and BGG didn't let us merge Adventures and Adventures Ultimate, which we truly understand but did not have in mind. Well, we know that you are all here, are fair players, but we are in debt here, so we're going to cheat a little here like we are sure you never do in your board plays. I know, Taishin, I know, you're the cheater of the group, right? All right, so we entered the BGG hotness list on the first days, which is 500 XP. That unlocked the task of selecting from the non-playable miniatures in the game, which is chess and mimic. We had been on the kick track for one day, which unlocked the NPC made by the community, the gnome. We also reached the followers on Twitter, Facebook, which unlocked the Dragon Collection's new and unique quest for the epic campaign, the Dragon Council. And we need more 500 XP to unlock another one. There is still time. So for the share Facebook posts, tag friends or Facebook posts, so tag friends on the Facebook posts and retweet 200 times. We'll be continuing every tag, share, and retweet made in the last 24 hours in the campaign. In any post of this campaign, and then we will come here with the numbers. 137 tags to go on Facebook posts is the nearest to be achieved. Let's go and unlock a new surprise. So there's still opportunity to go here and get these missions done. So go check this out. And I assume I think this is on the campaign page. Maybe Gabriel, if you are watching, you can ping me on WhatsApp so I can confirm that with you. All right. Then the miniatures of Tanares showcase some of your components you will receive with your game. Here's a collection of the most finely crafted miniatures. Let's see. Yes, we're just jumping up to the comments here before we kind of jump on. We're simple dudes. We like art and chest. You do. Get naked. Where is the shipping information update? So the update before this one actually did have the updated table. And that was really the biggest announcement there was that Brazil was also added as a friendly shipping country location. And the table did get some updates with some additional pricing on there. So it is on the campaign page. If you go all the way to the bottom, you'll find it there. All right. Gorgeous. You are hot. What? Called that. Okay. Yep. This is getting weird. That's not my die. Get your chat. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Buttons in the campaign page are now clickable. All right. You hear that, everyone? You can click those buttons. I want you to click it that hard. Because I know how much you guys love clicking things. All right. Next up. So that is the auger. Honestly, this picture does not do it justice. And if I actually had my things here, which unfortunately I probably didn't think this out well enough, but when I was going to Origins and Phoenix, I had planned for Foreteller to take all of the boxes, which I had a crazy amount of boxes between the locations. So they're taking everything to Gen Con for me, and then I'm going to bring it all back. So I don't actually have all of my items. I only have a couple things here, like the Elder Dragon. I have my gold dragon here because we were giving away some gold dragons. So there was lots of things there. Yes, this is a clicker game. You go like this. All right, then let's check out. So the auger is fantastic, and I just want to point out real quick, it's spinning, but if you look in the bottom, there's like this hand that's like coming out, and it's like, I'm dying. Yes, that's probably one of my favorite parts of this entire miniature, but it is fantastic. All right, the Reapers. The Reapers are really finely crafted miniatures. In fact, so I used the miniature, those Reaper miniatures in the demos a lot, and that was one that I got a lot of comments on, that people really enjoyed that because they just look really good, especially for pretty, like the kind of standard villain bad guys, and you get 4 of them. So you can actually paint all of them the 4 colors, which is red, orange, green, and blue. Okay. Next up is Rodok, the Undead Dragon. He has a really awesome paint job as well. One thing I loved, and if you saw my unboxing, I talked about this. I love how like the skeletons are like climbing up to try to like come back alive, as on the sides. It's just so freaking awesome. That's one of my favorite things about that miniature. Next up are the Fiends. This was actually a late addition when the campaign was really going. We ended up adding it, I think, months later than even the Tanares Adventures campaign. So this is kind of like an extra edition that we ended up giving away. Legally distinct beholder is the best beholder. Yeah, we're not trying to get in trouble, right? All right. Overlay, what was it? I didn't even see what that one said. Tanares is better than Frosthaven. Sorry, I just have to say it. I'll say I like both games. I do enjoy both games. They're a little bit different. The thing I like the most about Tanares is the fact that you can be doing something when it's not your turn. So if somebody else is taking their turn, there's some things you can still do. And you can really work together on what things you're going to do. In Gloomhaven, they actively tell you not to work together, and that's part of it. So, it's kind of a trade-off, right? My wife likes Tanares specifically for that reason, because she likes working together with people. She doesn't want to play a dungeon crawler cooperative game where you're working against people. So, she also didn't like Nemesis either. All right. Next, so we got Asmore, the red avatar dragon, who is part of the Dragon Collection. I guess I should have added that the dragons, of course, here are part of the Dragon Collection. Fiend, part of the Tanares Adventures Ultimate Box. What is the point of being so pretty? I don't know. I'll never know. Gargoyles coming in the Tanares Adventures box. These guys actually look pretty freaking awesome. I think the community has done a fantastic job doing some paintings on these. If you guys have some more, feel free to link it in the chat too. If you guys have the link to your Discord painting, and throw those in there, because you guys have done an amazing job at painting. I've been receiving lots of messages from people of different art. Obviously, we couldn't do every single art that you guys had, because there's only so much room that we want to take up in the update for people to look at. But there's some fantastic artists out there. And if you're not part of the Discord community, I highly suggest joining, because even if you don't know anything about painting, we've seen countless times of people joining, asking questions of the community, and then getting help to learn how to paint better, or just even getting started. You don't know how to get started, they can help you do that. Now, I'll give my 2 cents, but honestly, I'm not even close to the quality of a painter of any of our experts in the community. So go to them for for your painting questions, but they've done some fantastic things. Next is the Knight of the Undead. He comes in the Madness box there. He is a boss character who will show up in, I think, at least two or three. I think it's three quests actually that he can come up in. So lots of cool undead knight there. Let's see. Overlay tray for class sheets, since you guys already designed Heroes dashboard. I'm not exactly sure what that is. That sounds interesting, though. I'd like to know more. No need to beg. Maybe just better share. Legally, Death May Die. Oh, that's another story. Yep, Death May Die. I heard that's a pretty good one. We should get Ed Greenwood to post the Kickstarter link. He has more than 100. Yes. If you have a way to convince Ed Greenwood to do that, do it. Are rules still being reworked, or is everything set in stone now? So that's a pretty good question. I'd say it's still fluid. Most of the rules are set. The main rules are set for the game. I'd say balancing is still in like that fluid stage. There may be a few things, but I think we're pretty set on rules. And if Michael is here in the chat as well, he can also correct me on that. All right. There is no I in Terrazine. Painted Phoenix with 2 colors option. Yes, somebody did ask that before. I don't think we're going to do a painted option just because there is 2 color options. We only have 1 miniature. So we're kind of leaving that up to our fantastic artists to come up with. All right, there's rooms for all games in my house. The small share space, blah blah. Gloomhaven, Frosthaven, Oathsworn. Oathsworn is another great one. I have gotten to play that some, and I'm sure I'll get to play it more here soon. I can't wait. I really wanted a war bear in our game, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, at least for now. Isis Vanguard, Madara, great game there too. Phantom Epoch. I have not played it, but I've heard good things about that one. Isofaron Guard. Also did not play it, but I was watching it at Origins with Eric, who is the CEO at Sky Kingdom Games. After I saw like him doing the demo of it, I was like, dude, I am definitely gonna be backing for their reprint that they're doing in September. Because it looks like a fantastic game, and he was telling me that there's some other things coming for it as well. So I'm pretty stoked for that one. Although that thing is freaking massive. It makes our game even look a little small if you don't count all the other boxes. But just a fantastic game there. And then, let's see, Rogue Angels. Never played that one. And then Tainted Grail. I did play that one, and I did not enjoy the combat in that game. So that one might just be a pass game for me. I'd be open to trying it again if maybe I played with somebody else. When I did it, I did a solo playthrough of just their tutorial, and it just didn't work for me. All right, I went into Gloomhaven Kickstarter for the miniatures, ended up getting overwhelmed by the amount of stuff they kept showing in there. I ended up coming here instead and found a new game. Well, welcome, Jason. Thanks to you for checking us out, because I think our game is just as good, maybe even better than Gloomhaven in some ways, and maybe a lot of ways. And so this is definitely a cool miniatures game. So if you're looking for miniatures, you're going to get that in spades here. What is Discord? Discord is a application that you can get, and it's a community type of social media sort of site, and you join different servers, and within those servers they're usually people on a specific subject. For us, it's all content related to the world of Tanares. All right, how much more art will be added to the journal? That's a great question. I'm not exactly sure how much more art, but as much as we can would be freaking awesome, because I love the art. Great community painters. Yes, definitely agree. Are we going to see the sample super box anytime soon? Oh, man. So the actual prototype, no.
I did get some of the white box sample, but when I looked at it, it wasn't great, and it didn't show a lot of great pictures to show you how exactly to use it. So it felt like not something that would be awesome to show, like in a video or anything. So I ended up deciding not to do that. I'm hoping that we can still show something, maybe by the pledge manager at least, of the prototype, so that way you can be able to get that. The box is very big though. Is Tanares better than all of those? Yeah. Please confirm every heroes 40 plus will have unique total charge. That will be crazy fun. Yes. Yeah, there's going to be like every playable hero will get a unique total charge ability. All right, you got to pick up the side hustle for the Kickstarter addiction. Yeah, yeah. I think many people understand the challenge of Kickstarter and how much it drains your wallet. Please tell new backers some of the game modes available. Oh, we have quite a few. So obviously we can pretty easily divide things between the PvP side of the game, which of course was originally developed for, and then the PvE side. So we have for PvP we have regular deathmatch, we have capture the orb, we have one versus all, which was a version where you could play like as the gold dragon against everybody else. There is the Penumbral arena, which is kind of like a modification of the arena rules, and we may actually play that in our upcoming tournament. I'm trying to toy with that idea. And then we have the Chi system, which, by the way, these last two are part of the Penumbral pack. So if you're getting the Penumbral pack, you're actually getting two cool new PvP modes that you can play with. And this is something not a lot of people know about. In fact, I don't think I've heard a single person mention it before. And the Chi system actually utilizes your cubes, and it's kind of like a way to similar to Tanares Adventures, where you can get cubes and you can spend those on others' turns. You can do the same thing, but for PvP. So if you haven't checked it out, you have the game now. Go look at your Penumbral pack. I think you'll be kind of surprised as what that is. All right. Whatever you do not. Oh, and then for the PvE side, right? We have the different campaigns. I'm trying to and then of course Arena the Contest, the original game, which is a different rule set, so that is a different way to play. It's probably a lot simpler for people. So if you have a group that maybe just wants to throw some dice, then it's probably good for a lot of those people. So it is less complexity, but it is still a fantastic game. Right. So we're going to go finish this update, and then I think we'll come back to some questions again. Dragon Queen, Talessa, Dragon Collection, now a hero no longer just for PvP, but can be used in the campaign. All 5 Kemet Lords here. Don't make me pronounce them because I will inevitably mess this up. Isidin, the Gold Dragon. Which, by the way, maybe I should just mention this. I did actually do a voiceover for Foreteller for one of their ads, but when I was recording it, I just kind of like did it real quickly one night, and I clipped the audio, I believe, by having essentially the volume too high. And so they were like, oh, yeah, we can't actually use this. So they ended up just recording my same words again, but having somebody else do it. And that's actually the last Tanares trailer. Not the one with the voice actors, but the one before that. I came up with that one. All right, here is Isidin, the Gold Dragon. And spinning in all of his painted glory. Of course, you can get him painted or unpainted. If you get the all-in pledge, then the all-in cosmetic pledge, then you'll get him painted. Of course, if you get the regular all-in, then you get him unpainted. You can always choose to do an upgrade, I believe, in the pledge manager. Okay. Silver Dragon Tanares Ultimate, the brand new one. This one has come in individually in its own box. He's going to be as big as this Gold Dragon. Maybe bigger. I'm not exactly sure the size, but it is going to be a big boy. And, oh, I jumped. And here he is spinning away. Looking good. And around that tower. So if you're looking for a dragon that can magically move a tower with him, this is your guy. Okay, he's magical because he moves a tower. Just kind of making fun of all the the comments that said it didn't make sense, which I agree with. But all right, the Mythical Phoenix. This is one of our brand new boys here. So this one is pretty freaking awesome, and I will say there was a point that they actually did consider not using this miniature, but it is fantastic. I think it was too fantastic not to use, and I am glad that it did make it here, because people have been loving it. Let me know what you guys think. About that miniature, because it looks fantastic, and I can't wait to see the paint jobs that you guys come up with. All right, Dread the Penumbral Trask. So he comes in his own box as well. Penumbral Trask box. He will be used in the Penumbral box. There we go. He comes in that box, so you he will be playable with that box. He is maybe the last boss of it, as you could probably imagine, and he is fabulous. If you don't own it, there is a way still to be able to play without him by proxy, but that's such a fantastic miniature that it's sad to think that you would not have that one. All right, to the backers getting Madness Box, Dragon Collection, Gold Dragon, Silver Dragon, or Penumbral Trask, remember that we are offering you the painted and the unpainted. So adding only 29, you can paint your Silver Dragon. Adding 29, you can paint your Penumbral Trask. Adding 34, you can paint your Gold Dragon. Adding 69, you can paint your Madness Box. So that's all the miniatures that are in there, which there is, in fact, I don't know if they even showed it. Maybe I might try to show them. I know it's not great, but through, well, let's see, I have an unboxing video for it, so you can watch the Madness Box in there. But you'll see, I think it's like 7 miniatures. So that is why that one is a higher price. And then the Dragon Collection is 6 miniatures, I believe, but they're all very big ones. So that is that one for the Dragon Collection. All right, recommended videos. Are you still undecided, and would you prefer to see the game for yourself before making a decision? We've been fortunate, pleased that a variety of fantastic content creators cover Tanares in numerous ways and in several languages. Thank you all out there for doing that. We're updating the videos on the page so you can see individual approaches and perspective, but there are 2 that we'd like to highlight, both quite distinct from each other. Board Game Co. is a highly respected, well-known reviewer, noted for his rigorous approach to games and their mechanics. So we're delighted to see him undertake a full playthrough of Tanares, and that's set the last several months. Here's the first part of those. You'd like to see the game in action and enjoy a top quality presentation. So Alex Radcliffe, if you guys haven't seen my channel specifically within Discord, I think I might have posted on my channel too. But I got to spend actually some good time with Alex Radcliffe when I was at Origins. We hung out, had some drinks, and talked about games, and talked about, just actually some weird things that I didn't think we'd end up talking about. But we had a great time. Super nice guy. He, like, if you like him in, you know, his videos, like, that's him. Like, that is the same person. You're not getting some weird, you know, different personality. That is Alex Radcliffe. He talks insanely fast, which if you've watched his videos, you probably already know that. But it's kind of disorienting when you see it for real life. Yeah, it's a little disorienting, but anyway, fantastic guy. Sorry, Alex, if you do end up seeing this, which I highly doubt you will, but if you did, I love you. All right, Board Game Officer is a new challenge on the scene that surprises us with its innovative yet high-quality video content. For example, in one video, he sifted through more than 200 other review videos and summarized them, adding his own opinions of the game's strengths and weaknesses. We're certain his channel will experience rapid growth, and we'd like to invite you to check it out. I actually got to watch both of his videos. I think he just did two. Yeah, he is... he's been doing a great job. I really have enjoyed his videos from what I've seen as well. So if you haven't watched his videos, check it out. And I've seen him in Discord, so he is an active user there as well. All right. And that's it. That's the update. So we're closing in on the end here. Let's see if they've updated the summary page. I sure hope you have now, you guys. Because I don't want to be that person that is going, hey, look, it's updated, but it's not. Play this last video. So they did update that. So we're at 1450 for the new mini game in one quest. And then we got the last one here, which we may be able to do that one. All right, play these last video, please. Okay, you want me to play the last one? Fine. He's so demanding. All right, so we're going to go down to this video here. I'm hitting the play button already. Alright. And I don't think you guys can even hear it because I didn't set my audio correctly. So now you're getting the here's what his video is like if you don't hear it. Let me see if I can fix that and I can try it again. We'll try it again here. All right, Gabriel. All right, try it one more time. Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures. Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures. Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
Tanares Adventures.
That is right. I have watched over 20 videos, which was over 8.5 hours worth of videos of reviews for Tanares Adventures Ultimate Edition. And I have done a summary here for you so you don't have to watch all those hours. This is a new series that I'm trying to start here that I go through and look at all the reviews and make you a summary video of all the reviews.
Oh, no, I know, Gabriel. You try to pretend like I didn't see that. Yes. Who's the first guy in this video? That's right. That's right. One of the top creators out there on YouTube, just tearing it up these days. He's moonlighting day and night. Yeah. Let's move on. Well, and so it's actually funny. I did do a video with Dice Tower. They didn't air it. It's actually hilarious. I really thought they were going to air this. We did this cool video where essentially, I'll just explain the conversation because I don't think you guys will get to see it. For whatever reason, they didn't air it. But basically, when we were at Origins, I was talking to one of them, and they were like, yeah, we just didn't have enough time to do any Tanares content. And I said, yeah, I understand. I know you guys, got a lot of things. But we'd prefer, of course, if there was, even just like a short thing that we could do. And they're like, well, we have been trying to do like some shorter content for YouTube and trying to, build up that space. And I said, well, you know what? I did actually do a video a long time ago of how to do the rules of Arena the Contest in 10 minutes. And he was kind of intrigued by that. And he's like, well, I mean, we're talking about like, 60 seconds type content. And I said, yeah, I could probably do that. And so then we came up with a video of me playing just a short section of the game and throwing some dice, and miniatures were flying everywhere. It was pretty awesome. I don't know, for whatever reason, it didn't end up getting put together, but whatever. Would have been pretty awesome. Right. But yes, all right, next up. So we're going to go back to our pledges because that's what we were working on. Now that we've caught up on the latest hot update from the hopper. It is 8:51. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I am just, going crazy here with water. Woo! I don't even exactly have a time frame for when this will end, but I mean, at some point we probably got to talk about this. I think we might get to the pledges here first, and then come back to that. Right. Totally, they wanted money. All right, so next up is, all right, so we're coming back to the miniature pledges. We're starting with our returning backers. We did the $35 pledge, so that is the returning backer upgrade kit, $35, 5 books, 40 cards, 4 envelopes, and then any of the physical stretch goals that were written on the page will apply to this one. All right, the next one here, which is probably one of the most popular ones, and we can look up to see how many backers are in each of those. So 432 for the kit, and then we have 2,504 people at the returning backers bundle. Little bit surprised it's actually not higher, lower in terms of, because this isn't the highest one, but I understand not everything that's in the last pledge is for everyone. But anyway, so returning backer bundle, $89. So this one, you are getting the new storage boxes that basically holds almost everything with the exception of the super large miniatures that just won't fit. Like this guy here, there's no way he's going to fit in your box. Gold Dragon, definitely too big to fit in there. Just not going to work. And the idea is you have 2 separate boxes. One of them is for you to be able to take it places, and you have the essential content that you want. And then the other holds those extra items. So that way you don't have to bring every single item if you're going to go to a game night, right? You're just bringing the important things that you need to play. Right. Yeah, vodka, do not lie. I don't know. That would probably be nice too. Yeah. Oh, you're not streaming until it's over? Yeah. Yeah, I'm streaming for 14 hours straight, guys. Yeah, let's do this. No, definitely not. I am probably older than you may think I am, and there's no way I'm going to be lasting that long for a live stream. All right. So we get these super cool storage boxes. It's not just a box, right? You have inserts that are in there, and they're divided by different content. So that way you can easily grab out those, and it's organized in the best way possible. So the storage box there is going to be a great way to have pretty much most of your items in as few boxes as possible. They are very large. They're calyx size boxes, and and look pretty cool, and I can't wait. I really want to show you guys what it will look like once we get a prototype, and I'm hoping we can get that by the pledge manager. All right, next up is the 2 boards. So for people that are unfamiliar, the Tanares Adventures Ultimate comes with the poster map. So you will get essentially this, where you have the city phase and then the world phase on the back side, but it's a poster, right? This is a board. So you're going to get a board to replace that, right? A lot of this campaign is about that deluxeification. Then you will get an additional board here. So this is, 2 different sides. I don't believe they have announced the winner yet, but I will say that it looks like the water map is looking pretty good, and Volcanic looked like it was doing pretty good as well, just from when I went to look, which are the skin maps. So the skin maps are ones where they don't actually have like terrain on it, but it just shows like, water, or it's going to show, like some kind of lava and that type of terrain. And then you put your pieces over the top, so that way you can build a thematic map, but it won't be specific to any quest. All right. And then, and it's actually not written in here, but along with this, you'll get the save sheets and the extra campaign logs too. So those come in there as well. Then, of course, we got those 5 books that we talked about before, the 40 cards, the 30 mini euros, the 4 envelopes, and then all of the stretch goals. So not just even the ones that apply for the physical, you also get the 89 plus. This is also the pledge that if you were a day 1 backer, you have to be at this price point. So that is, you either need to be at this pledge, or you need to select a pledge, like, let's just, go with, say, the add-ons pledge. You need to have enough add-ons in there to equal $89 or more to get that silver dragon for free. That's just part of the promotion. And so make sure you have that, and you had to be, and Gabriel, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it is, you have to be backer 6,125 or less as to be qualified as one of the day 1 backers. All right, let's read a couple comments here. Plus 3 stream till the end. I will upgrade to the painted all in if you can do it. Oh, pff. That would be ridiculous. So the Elder Dragon is confirmed in the pledge. I don't think any of you even really want to stay up for 14 hours watching me talk about Tanares? If you do, let me know how many people want to stay up for 14 hours talking about Tanares. So the Elder Dragon is confirmed in the pledge manager. Oh, he might be. Let's see. Plus, I just got Folklore. I believe you mean Foreteller. But yes, if you haven't, make sure to get that. Not sure it's been asked, but will the deluxe components fit in the big boxes? Yes, they will. The condition tokens, though, they come like in that box that you will see in the add-on. You can take them out and put them in the storage box, but they won't fit with the box. So just keep that in mind. Haha, Taishin, you're hilarious with the thing. I did a stream a bit over 12 hours once. It wasn't intended. I was really into the video game I was playing. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that about like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be like okay, guys, I kind of want to take a break from talking about Tanares. Let's all watch me play Aliens Descent for the next, 4 hours. Which, side plug, is a fantastic game if you like real-time strategy games. Anyway, and the Alien universe. Boom. All right, that's it. You said some boxes give other play modes. I thought they were minis and PvP. Is that information in an update or somewhere else? Or can you say what's missed if we back 189 Essentials? So 189 has PvP in it. So it'll give you like the deathmatch mode, And I think we might still be providing some of the other modes in there. If not, there's probably a pretty good chance that we can make that free to people as like a digital download, because it was originally part of the Arena the Contest stretch goals and campaign. And of course, you know, if people want enough things enough, Dragori listens to the community. And so if we get that overwhelming, you know, ask for something, oftentimes we'll try to accommodate as best as we can, right? Obviously within limits, but we try to accommodate as best as we can for everyone. All right. So, and then the Penumbral pack is the one that I mentioned earlier that has some other game modes in there. You can get that in the campaign now. So that one is there. All right. I suggested the water maps. Deluxe loot token will fit the big bucks. How many campaigns played in water or volcanic? I think there's like 3 quests, and I could be just shooting from the hip on this one. I think it's like 3 quests. For water and volcanic, I'm not even actually sure. I think there's even more volcanic ones in Wasteland Expedition, but I could be wrong. Is there a solution for mid-campaign saving to reset another day? Do you mean like to like erase the campaign log and do it again? I'm a little confused by the question. What about previous map terrains? Those will be available in the Pledge Manager. Wait, is there a 3v Flanks edition? Because then I'm in, damn it. There should be, Ash. And thanks for coming, buddy. It's a good long time since I've seen you. If you haven't backed our game, dude, you definitely need to get it. Even if you're going to go for that Standee pledge level, then do it, dude. It's definitely worth it. All right. Wow. Holy crap. There's been so many messages. I'm not even close. 14 hours, a lot of PvP. Everyone is a Dragon Collection in the all-in pledge regardless. It is in the all-in pledge, yes. You missed my first... sorry, Milani. There's like... I was going up a little bit, and then I started scrolling down, and I was like, oh, crap, there's way more in here. So there's way more than I even thought. You guys are just talking it up. So 14 hours. Nobody wants me to sleep, apparently. You should tell people about the compendium and the world and art PDFs. So, yes, if you are not aware, you know what? Let me just check something real quick. I am going to check and see if I can show it. Let's finish the pledges, then we'll come back to show this. Remind me a little bit later, and we'll talk about the compendium, and we'll talk about the art and world book. Dragori listens to the community, therefore we'll get Ananub as the first Transformer hero that can turn into dragon form. Also asking for walls. I want to buy walls. I can ask 10,000 times. We don't like Alien. Let's play something more interesting like Monopoly. Yeah, no thank you. What happened to the stretch goal for character backstory summary card? I swear it existed but no longer see it. Thought it was a cool idea. I mentioned it earlier. Basically, we may or may not still be doing that, but I think they didn't want to necessarily commit to that one, so that one's kind of up in the air. Haven't been following too much today. Has there been any updates on the map voting and what they look like? I mentioned it earlier. I think Ocean and Volcanic are leading, but you can go back there and vote if you have something else, and maybe something will change. All right. Oh, man. Have an idea for each 1,000K James would take a tequila shot. Holy crap. I would be loaded if that was the case. Toothpicks and eyelids work together. All-nighter it is. Just want to make sure I get all the stretch goals. If I grab the $35 pledge with the Penumbral box on top, yes, that should be enough to get you there. All right, can someone give me money, please? I wish I could help with that one. Okay. Deluxe Returning Backer Bundle. So this is the big one for returning backers. It's got all of the new things that we've added here. So you're getting the massive storage box. You're getting the city boards. You're getting all the brand new stretch goals. Everything will be in there. Player dashboards, which I'm going to show add-ons here pretty soon. Once I get through the pledges. I know this is taking way too long. Sorry, guys. Deluxe condition miniatures. So the little miniatures, the villains, you replace cardboard pieces with these miniatures. You'll be able to have that in this pledge. The deluxe resources. So instead of pulling loot cards, you will have all of these individual loot and you'll draw it out of a bag, and that is how you'll get those. The deluxe dice tray, which, I mean, it's all right here. Why am I even talking about it? It's all right here. The mythical Phoenix miniature and the Penumbral die, a total of 205 for 152. Saving $53 means you're receiving 3 add-ons for free: dashboards, die, and Phoenix. So yeah, get that cool Phoenix there for free. You're getting a Penumbral die so that's a D20 die that you will use in the game when you really need that luck. You're gonna throw that dice and hopefully things work out. And if not, then you need to punish your dice. Anyway, so there is a ton in here. Hope it's, obviously there's not everything that we could have done for every single option out there. We tried to come up with things to deluxify your experience. For many of you guys, you've already gotten everything, right? So we're trying to had come up with ways to give you a better experience with the game for what we could, and then we added on some even more content. So, drink tequila or regret forever. Yeah. Bad die bad. All right, and then the pledge breakdown, which basically I'm going to go back up to the top and we'll talk about that in a second. So now we're going to talk about the main pledges. So if you are a new backer, let's talk about you. We talked a lot about the returning backers. Let's talk about the new backers. Yeah, welcome to the world of Tanares. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying what you like here. So our main pledge level for most people to get started in the world of Tanares is the ultimate Tanares Adventures. So this one here, we're going to look here on the right-hand side. Tanares Adventures Essential Gameplay at 189. 1,202 backers currently, and you are getting essentially most of the main content of Arena and everything from Tanares Adventures all combined into one super massive box. It is going to be massive. If this is the only thing you could get, like, definitely without a doubt, like this is what you want to get, because there is an absolute massive amount of content and miniatures in here that's going to last you probably years to play through all this. So if for some reason you just don't have all those funds, right, to get all the other add-ons, which of course we'd love for you to get, but I understand, you guys probably understand, everyone in here understands that not everyone has hundreds of dollars to throw around. But if you can get 189, you're going to be doing a crazy amount of content. So this is a fantastic pledge. And of course, it's going to include all of those stretch goals that we talked about earlier. So kind of quickly going in here, 101 miniatures. That is a crazy amount of miniatures. In there we have even bigger miniatures. You're getting the huge core dragon, you're getting the ogre there, you're getting all these medium-sized ones like the reapers and the fiend and the specter, and then of course all of our awesome hero miniatures within there. I'm hoping somebody else is helping answer questions in the chat, because unfortunately I don't think I'm going to get to all of them. Of course, you're getting that poster, and you're getting, so for the city world phase, and then you're getting a board to actually play the game on. You're getting 6 books there. So you're getting the PvP rulebook, you're getting the regular rulebook, You're getting campaign logs. You're getting the quick start guide. You're getting all of these books here split up into different ways, and they are all being revised to have some additional ways that heroes are interacting in the story. So it's not just solely you listening to the story and having, you know, some relevance to certain characters, but not really getting to interact with that. So there will be that as well. And the story is kind of being improved some as well. Then we have 40 sheets. So you're getting all the cardboard mats. Those are used for PvP, specifically on the right-hand side here. On the left-hand side, you're getting all those skill pads, which will be used for you to use, right, on an ally's turn, on a villain turn. You're going to be flipping cubes, throwing cubes, flipping skill tokens. It's going to get ridiculous. Then 938 cards. That is a ridiculous amount of cards. 113 gold cards, magnum gold size, magnum. I try to do my Zoolander thing, but like I don't think I'm like that good. Maybe I should have a tequila shot, and then maybe I could do a magnum like face. I don't know. All right. Next up is 190 mini Euro size cards. So you're getting loot cards, you're getting armor cards, you're getting weapon cards. So you're getting a lot of different cards there. You're getting your adventure cards that you're going to be using. You're going to get some flasks. You're going to get your city cards, right? These upgrade in the city phase for each of the structures. So you got, you know, your weapon shop, the Iron Hand Outpost, the Tavern, the Natural Lab, and those go up through 8 levels now. And each one will give you better, unlock new items, and they will give you better abilities to use. And then, of course, we have our hero cards, which essentially is kind of like sort of replacing your hero pad. But that's where you're going to see your unique effect for your hero. And then, of course, all of those roll attack cards are in there. 200 plus tiles. You got ice tiles, stairs, lava, swamp, 2 different kinds of portals, walls, altars, mission tiles. I'm blanking on this one right now. I think it's I can't even remember the zappy one. Doors, and then all the tokens that you're going to use throughout quests and tracking health, the villains and heroes and quests. And then you got 6 big room tiles that you'll place on top of the board or on side of the board to do additional things in the campaign. That's probably one thing maybe not even a lot of people know is there is some quests like Burning Bridges, which is one of the earlier main campaign quests. You actually set the board to the side and you play on this sideboard, this room tile, before you go to the main board. So that's kind of a unique, interesting part that I don't think anyone's talked about, or it gets talked about a lot less, maybe. All right, and then you got the accessory items. You got 5 plastic trays. You got 52 plastic cubes. You got 2 D20s, a black and a white. Of course, if you're getting that returning backer bundle, you're going to be throwing in that Penumbral one in there as well. Or if you buy it individually as well. And then it is in the all-in. Then we have snap-on bases. So these ones will be used for the villains in there, and so you'll be able to snap those on to the different villains and match them up with the villains that you're fighting. And then this little boy right here I actually talked about last week is a special snap-on base for boss fights. If you didn't see my video about boss fights, go check that out. But basically what it is you're going to get a piece that goes over the top, and it shows the different sides of the boss. You put it on top of that plastic piece, then you snap this piece to your boss. This allows you to rotate that without having to pick it up every single time the boss moves. So it's a great way to make it a lot easier for you to do that than having to move it when you're fighting against a boss. All right. Now, for many of those people out here that wanted a cheaper version of Tanares Adventures, that's why we made this. We made this for you guys, so that way you didn't want to have to pay a ton of money, or you wanted to take up a ton of space in your house for a ton more miniatures that maybe you already have, right? The Standee edition here is for you $129. This is going to give you a massive amount of content. This is the lowest price point to get into Tanares. So if for some reason you just, you can't afford, the extra content or just even the space, right? This is for you. You're getting 109 standees, 24 heroes, 3 companions, 69 monsters, 1 large, 4 huge, and 13 scenario standees. I've had this question asked a bazillion times, so I will ask it, or I will mention it again. Why is the difference of 101 miniatures to 109 standees? It's because we have unique standees versus, so for each type of villain you're going to fight, versus in the miniatures, if you don't own all the content, you proxy. But if you do own everything, you can use a different miniature. So, for example, the orc comes in the legendary box. The orc will appear in a bunch of different quests. If you don't own the orc, you use pretty much any other miniature that you want to use to proxy him. Otherwise, you use his. In the Standee version, you're getting the orc Standee. So that way you're not using a proxy Standee for your orc miniature. Okay. Tons of stuff in there. You're getting still that board. You're still getting that poster. So you're getting 4 books here. So that's including that rule book. So in this case, you're getting the Tanares Adventures main campaign. It does not include the In the Realms of Madness epilogue or the Wasteland Expedition. So if you did not get those, but you do want them, you can still get it. It's part of a $19 add-on that we have that'll provide that extra book, provide those extra standees that you'll need to play it. So you can still get that. This version of the game here, the Standee version, does not come with PvP. So if you're interested in PvP, you're going to need to go up to that 189 level. Otherwise, this is just to experience the campaign of Tanares Adventures. All right, and then you are getting 8 sheets there for all the different classes. You're getting pretty much all of those same cards from before. 200 some tiles, room tiles, accessories, plastic cubes, and then, of course, your bases and the applicable stretch goals, which will be everything. So, if, like, for example, we had, like, Tengu miniatures, we had Ninja miniatures, right? And then the Kemet Lords. You will get those as Standee versions instead of miniatures, because we assume if you want Standee, you want everything Standee, not Standees and miniatures, right? So, that is what you will get. If you want miniatures, then you need to go up to the 189 level. One other thing I wanted to note here, this had been asked by a few people. Not everyone was familiar with this. The hero composition between this version and Tanares Adventures is slightly different. So there will be some heroes that will be from different boxes in this one that you will not see in the Ultimate version. So just that as a note. I think there's like somebody wrote a BGG thread on this, so if you wanted to see the full list, you can see it in there. Because especially I don't even remember off the top of my head which ones are in which. All right, next up is the Super Box Full, the 489. So basically, this guy here is going to get you a ton of content. This is going to get you the Ultimate Box, the Legendary Box, and the Penumbral Pack. So those last 2 boxes are massive, and you're getting that storage box, so you can have all of it stored in these 2 massive boxes, and you'll be able to, show it off or, have it in your Calyx or whatever. but you won't have to worry about things sticking, maybe you will have extra boxes for. This is like the most condensed version too in that regard. But it comes with a lot. So all of these boxes below are the boxes that were part of the RPG campaign, but are now combined into that Penumbral box full. So you don't need to worry that you're missing anything. You're getting, all of that content in here. So this is a way for you to get an absolute ton. You're getting a ton of heroes in the game. In fact, dare I say, it is missing only one hero. There's only one hero that exists outside of that, and that is the Dragon Queen from the Dragon Collection. So this will give you every other hero in the game just with this super box full. So if you were wanting more heroes, which I mentioned earlier on the stream, is the absolute awesome part about getting the different combinations between heroes and their unique abilities, and then different builds. There's a lot of cool things in there. But that will give you a ton of replayability. Honestly, I think the heroes is one of the funnest parts, because you're going to keep just changing in, trying different combinations, being like, oh, this worked way better than like the last team we had. And if we replace this one, there's a lot of cool things we can come up with. So it is pretty freaking awesome. By the way, if nobody has already done it yet, make sure you guys share this live stream with others that may not even know what's going on right now, so that way they can jump on here and see even more about what's going on here. And everyone's doing a great job answering questions. So great stuff, great stuff. Friends will come, experiences will last forever. Let's level up. I think he's your friend. Banana socket. Okay, things got really weird. Maybe I shouldn't have looked back in chat. I probably spend more time with him than most of my friends. That's actually true. Me, Code, Taishin, and Max spend a lot of time playing Tanares Adventures. We are closing in on our final end here, and it's been a great experience. I really appreciate those guys for playing with me to test things, to make sure that I understand all of the content. We've had a great time playing the game, and anyway, it's been a great experience. Just wanted to say a moment, thank you for taking the time to sit and chat with us all tonight. All this gives me those tingly feelings that kids get in the candy store. All night. Ooh. Well, thanks for joining. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Live streams are difficult sometimes, because not necessarily the exhausting part of it, but you don't necessarily know if everyone's really enjoying, me just yammering on for hours. So I'm glad that you guys are doing it. I will try to do it as long as I can. I don't know if I really will go all night, but I'm going to try to cover everything that I said I was going to. And yeah, very great group here. If you haven't joined the Discord, pretty much everyone that is in here has been is a member of our Discord, and so you're gonna be able to play in there. You know what? I haven't even plugged. Can't even believe I haven't even done this yet. Let's see if I can do it real quick. All right, I'm gonna disappear for a second. Is it not? Hold on. Boop. And it did not turn on. Weird. Turn this one off. I thought I still had it open. Oh, whoa. Okay. So for people that are not aware already, and if you've seen my channel before, you're already familiar with this. This is our Tabletop Simulator mod created by the members of the community. And specifically, Wantuan is the ultimate mod master and has done a fantastic job at making this for everyone. This is how we make our PvP tournaments happen. This is how you can play online with your friends and family or whoever else you want to. It currently has everything for Arena the Contest. We have the demo up for Tanares Adventures. After the Pledge Manager, we are going to make Tanares Adventures available here. So if you want to, and let me caveat this, it's Tanares Adventures, so the original version, not Ultimate. It is going to be here for you to play, so you can start kind of checking things out, playing the game if you want, and so that will be available after the Pledge Manager closes. But the demo is available now, and you can start trying the game for yourself if you haven't. And you can see all of our awesome heroes that we have here, pretty awesomely laid out. And look, Code is here. I keep forgetting to mention that Code was waiting here this entire time. Thanks here for waiting here this long, Code. Yeah. I guess we'll have to maybe come here and play some things. Maybe Code can start thinking about what heroes he wants to play if we did like a short PvP match or something. But anyway, this is the Tabletop Simulator mod, guys. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's a great way to play the game, or at least a different way, right? What's the absolute best about this is in a community, right, like ours, we're not as big as some of those other, communities out there where you can find somebody to play for every single game. So this allows us to be able to do that by having that way to kind of jump in together and play. We've done 2 tournaments already. We're going to do a 3rd tournament later this year. I think maybe in September or so is about when I'm aiming for us to do it. And we'll be back here in Tabletop Simulator playing. I try to do it kind of like a sports casting thing. We're going to do play-by-plays. We're going to be talking about strategies. So it's pretty awesome experience if you haven't had it yet. And I also do have all of the previous things recorded, so you can see those as well. Okay, so I am going to jump back to the stream of the campaign. And we'll come back to this here soon. So let me click back. Boom. All right. So we are back here. We've finished with the super box. There is the storage box and essentially how it's going to work, where you pull it out. And you can see how they kind of all pull out, and they each have trays and covers and things within them. And then, so that is the storage box kind of graphic there. So that gives you an idea of what it'll at least look like. So 9 sub boxes and 11 internal trays. All right. Next up is the Tanares All-In, which many of you guys are probably backing at. Or if you haven't already, why haven't you already? Just kidding. But $649, that is actually a pretty good deal for the amount of stuff that you're getting. So you're getting everything from the super box there, plus the Silver Dragon, plus the Dragon Collection, plus the Madness box, plus the Penumbral Trask, plus the Gold Dragon, plus the Penumbral Phoenix, plus the Penumbral die. Like it's ridiculous. And you're getting Foreteller in here, and you're getting the boards. Like, you're getting a ridiculous amount of stuff in this all-in. Absolute great pledge to be at if you can make it. Just because there's a ton of stuff in here. So if you want pretty much about everything, there's only probably besides accessories, like sleeves and things like that, there may be like one other thing that's missing, but other than that, it's got it all. And there is the Silver Dragon. We did see that earlier. And then our last pledge here, the Cosmetic All-In, $839. Save 325. So this is everything that existed in the last pledge, but now it's painted. So you're getting your Penumbral Dragon from the Penumbral pack painted. You're getting the Green Dragon painted, which was the core dragon that we saw much earlier. You're getting the Dragon Collection painted. You're getting the Madness Box painted. You're getting Isidin, the Gold Dragon painted, Penumbral Trask painted, Silver Dragon painted, and then all of these other things. So you're getting a crazy amount of stuff in here. And here's a lot of the other miniatures that maybe you haven't even already seen, like Balara there, or the Penumbral Dragon, or the Chimera. We also have like the Titan and the Undead Knight, and the Demon there that also come in. These bottom three come in the Madness Box. This one comes in the Madness Box. The Chimera, the Balara comes in the Madness Box. And then there's the Lich that's also in there. So if you weren't sure, in fact, there he is. He's right there. He also comes in the Madness Box. And then Penumbral Dragon here comes in the Penumbral pack. The Augur also comes in the Madness Box. Almost forgot him. But then all of these other dragons, with the exception of Green, come in the Dragon Collection. And the Dragon Queen also comes in the Dragon Collection. All right, guys, so that is it for all of the pledges here. So we can go down to the pledge breakdown graphic, which I think they have now updated with all of the different items and rewards here. And so you can see which one belongs in each one. If not, we can still try to fix this here before the end. If you find any mistakes, definitely let us know and we'll get that fixed. Okay. One other thing to note, since it's on the pledge here, is see how there's these like blue check marks here for like the ultimate box and then legendary box, penumbral box. Basically what this is saying is if you get these pledges, you will get these rewards within the super box, right? It wouldn't really make sense to send you a whole separate box for a storage box that you already have filled with this content. So it's already going to be filled in the big storage box, and you wouldn't get like the normal old box with it, which you wouldn't need anyway. So just as a note, that's what those are for. Here's kind of the comparison here between our Standee, the Ultimate, and then the Super Box, which basically has a ton of that content. Not everything, but many of those things. Tells you how to pledge add-ons. All right, Penumbral die. Yes, this is the new Penumbral there, die there. Yeah, I guess I should go into questions first, and then I'll come back to add-ons. Oh no, my banana. All right, let's jump up, and man, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up on all of these guys. Wait, this isn't a 14-hour stream? Chen, don't you work? Aren't you working right now? What are you doing? We need more white specials. I'll just say more white specials are on the way, Timothy. What is the name of the green dragon? Or is there a name? There is. It's Virak. We need to get him drinking for the 14-hour stream. He can call in sick tomorrow on his real job. Yeah. It is a real job, guys. It's it's not made up, all right? No, say nothing. It may be Tyson versus Max. That's not code. Don't be fooled. Now I have to voice Ananub in the part 3 according to Chen. Did everyone get the secret word he gave at the start of the stream? It will be needed soon. Will storage boxes fit all the cards sleeved? Yes. They will fit all the cards sleeved. All right, returning backer. Any updates on the 6 minis missing from the legendary box? No information on Dragori website. Wanted to make sure I'm not missing any content I could get in this campaign. The villain pack is what fits in the legendary box. So, I've answered this a couple times, but it's okay. Go over it again. So, the villain pack goes in the legendary box because originally the idea was you could have Arena of the Contest. If you didn't have Tanares Adventures, you could just get Arena of the Contest and the legendary box, and then you could put these villains that belonged in the Arena of the Contest campaign, which now we're calling Wasteland Expedition, right? So you could have them all together. A lot of people, some people really did not like having those extra spaces, especially if they didn't own that content. And there was also the challenge of what happens if you got all of the new RPG stuff, right? So like, let's jump down real quick to the Penumbral Pack Full. So if you go to the Penumbral Pack Full, right, you'll see all of these different boxes here. This one right here, if you guys can see on my screen, is the villain pack, and right there, that one goes in the Penumbral pack. So we wanted to have a storage solution too. Like, what if you got all of the items for the Penumbral pack, but you didn't get the legendary box? You would have nowhere to put the villain pack, right? If we didn't provide an additional spot for them to go into. So that's why there's 2 spots. So you're going to have extra spots in your legendary box. For people that, like me, I'm from the original Arena of the Contest campaign. I actually filled those spots with other miniatures that never had a spot. So for people that didn't know, Veneris and Askren, they didn't have an insert location. So you just had to keep them in a baggie. So I put them inside these new storage spots. And then also Medusa I put in there as well. Which, by the way, Medusa comes in the Ultimate Tanares box now. If you missed it, you can get it in the Pledge Manager that we're going to open up. Okay, so hopefully that kind of answers that question there. So if you're missing the Villain Pack, you can get that in the Pledge Manager after the campaign. Okay, can you say crazy amount it matches my personality? Sadly, I left are the storage boxes cardboard or more like trove chest like? I mean, it is. I think it is like a cardboard. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like a very thick, sturdy version. So not like, you know, a flimsy thing is what it looked like to me. All right, secret code. Code's given up already. Are the villains? Yeah, okay. Liz. Yes, I actually also answered the question about Medusa too. Is there going to be a sleeve add-on in the Pledge Manager? Yes, there will be a sleeve add-on as well, and it'll have like everything. And we're trying to get an extremely good deal on the sleeves. I don't even know if Gabriel is here at this point, but if he is, maybe he can kind of let me know if they have come to a determination on the sleeve add-on in terms of pricing. All right. What are the new arts in the journal and the stretch goals? So we're going to make additional art that's going to go in the journal, basically. That's really what it is. So even more to add in there. I can call you off work. I do that rather well. Hey everyone, I wanted to let you all know that I also just did a video that goes through and explains all the stretch goals if you're interested. Yeah, hey, there's Board Game Officer, the one from earlier on. So if you guys haven't checked out his video, it's actually in our latest update. So you can watch it there. Well, actually, that was his previous video. Now you can watch his latest video that he did there as well, and he's talking about all these items as well. But, you know, here we go. How much do I need to pledge for Dragori to hand-deliver my game to me? It's a good question. If I find that out, I'll let you know. All right, so I think I have caught up on comments finally. All right, let's finish out these add-ons. I know it's been a whirlwind of different topics and things, and I get distracted a lot. I didn't know if you guys know this, but I am ADHD, so I have a tendency to jump around a lot because I get distracted very easily. All right, Penumbral die, 1D20, $5 there. So this is a laser cut one where you're going to get all kinds of crazy colors, and it's going to have gold inlay there on the numbers. All right, Mythical Phoenix. We talked about this guy earlier. You get this cool large size miniature. So he is the size of our ogre. So that is what a large size is, which is a 2x2. The Phoenix will be featured as part of an optional rule set for the Kemet Hunt system, where you can have something at the level 1, and at the level 6 it'll be essentially what the idea is when you kill the first villain in Kemet Hunt 1, the Phoenix will come down and do damage within range 2 of where that villain died. And these rules are probably flexible. They could change before the end. But just giving you kind of the idea of what I was told. And then so he'll do damage to there, and then he appears on the board as an additional villain that you'll then have to fight. So that one sounds pretty deadly. Although, yeah, like I said, this could change before the end, and then the level 6 is like a stronger version of that. All right, and then it's just a cool miniature, right? I mean, just absolutely cool. So there's 2 different artworks for that. All right, the deluxe dice tray there. So you're getting one of our cool artworks on a deluxe dice tray. So it's one of the faux leather dice trays with internal premium art, and then you kind of get the size in there, so you're going to be able to throw those dice and make sure that things aren't flying around off your table. So that will be nice to have. I really like dice trays, just because, one, my wife yells at me whenever I throw dice at the table and I'm not using a dice tray, so that's good for me. And at the same time, my kid likes throwing dice, and then they go flying off somewhere, and then we're spending time to find them and hope that the dog doesn't then try to eat your dice, because I have a dog like that. Okay. Next up is the deluxe resources. So you're getting 60 resources here of the 4 different styles. So the gold coin, the iron, the gem, the wood, and then it all comes in this bag with the Ultimate Tanares Adventures symbol on it, and you will draw out your resources instead of using cards, which is how you normally do. But anyway, that is the deluxe resource. So these look kind of cartoonish because they're a render. They'll probably look probably less cartoonish once you know we've made them, but they will be plastic. So I'll just say that because I had seen people asking what kind of material that was. All right, what else? Show off the Hero Compendium. What's up, Tanares friends? Welcome, Trent. Thanks. Oops. Black Rose Wars. Yes, I have played that one as well. Yeah, Code doesn't have to worry about his dice flying off the table because he hasn't built his table yet. I need to order a second Elder Dragon on the PM so I can paint it banana themed to fulfill the community desire. Ooh, yeah, we haven't even talked about this yet. All right. Then we have the deluxe conditions miniatures. So this here will be the miniatures that you replace the cardboard tokens for. So these are conditions that are applied by villains. So there's positive ones like the ones down here, which is the empowered, preserved, and protected. And then we have the weakened, bleeding, and distracted tokens, and all villains apply these. And so you'll be able to place those around. Hero cards will, heroes effects will still be on cards. So that's the idea why it's these ones instead of like every condition. As these are only, you wouldn't be able to essentially track because some of the conditions are unique. It's not just, you know, like a condition token type thing. All right. Yeah, only 12 more hours of the stream to go. Woo! No, just kidding. Next up is the player dashboard and skill token. Okay, you guys got to tell me about this one. What your thoughts are about the dashboard. For me, when they had mentioned it, I wasn't super excited about it, just because I haven't personally used a lot of dashboards before. I've used some and they weren't super great, but we are trying to make these pretty useful, where you can see, like in the picture here, you can see what it looks like if you have a full hero. You got your specials here, you got your 4 main attack cards, your hero card, NPC card. There's also going to be another slot for a companion character, so you have all of that information. They're also going to be tilted. This shows it as like straight up. That's not going to be the case. We already had them move it back, so it is going to have an angle to it. Then you got your items, you got your skill pads, and tokens that you're going to use there, and then a D20 slot. And there is even spots here to track your mana cubes, right? So you can put those in there and then put those on your board when you have mana in your mana pool. And there's even an additional spot for tracking with a fatigue cube, in case you forget that you've already gone. That's a great way to put that in there and remind you that you've already taken your turn, basically. All right, then we got the co-op play layout example here. So this is a way for you to essentially play 3 comrade characters at the same time, and it takes up 1 board. So this is a great way to reduce, the amount of space with this one. I did really actually like this one, because otherwise you're kind of going to lay them out a little bit more, and this will kind of condense things down. And then each slot here, you have a slot area for each of them to hold their mana cubes as well. So anyway, this is how you do the co-op or solo. Like, it's not really solo, because you could be playing with 3 people or 4 people, and 2 people are playing with comrades, and then other 2 people playing with full heroes. So it's really just up to you. We write solo just because that's, maybe a way some solo players may want to play, but it doesn't have to be solo to do that. All right. And then plastic skill tokens to go with that. So you're getting the level 1s, level 2s, level 3s that will go with that. And there is 32 of them. So that will be... it would be 16 of 16 of each, and then 4 of those. I don't know, man, is that even right? 16, maybe. No. 4 times 4, 16. And then you got the level 2 version, level 3 version. Okay. Because you're not going to have, for example, you're not going to have 4 level 3 skill tokens when you play the game, and you're not going to have 4 level 2 skill tokens when you play the game. It's always going to be a mix. All right, and there is the cool graphic there to show you kind of like how it goes on. All right, let's see. What did I miss here? I love the dashboard so much. Table space saved. I always 3D print dashboards, so I really like these. Awesome. I'm afraid of cards getting bent. Will they flip out if hit? I don't think so, but I don't have them yet, so I can't say for sure how exactly that's going to work. Design matters dashboard. It should help with solo play with full heroes. Takes so much space. Oh, if they're going to angle the cards, I might add those. I didn't like them being straight up. Yeah, they are going to be angled because, I think it was just, part that they missed. And so after, the community had mentioned it, they went and changed it. So now they have an angle. All right, man, that's one more technique. Have to learn. Dashboards have mixed feelings on. Hopefully the cards sit at an angle. Yes, I think I really like the dashboards for solo play. Hopefully they're PvP friendly dashboards as well. I was told that they are going to fit your hero pad as well. So you can put your hero pad in there for PvP if you want to do that. I've used the dashboards included with a few CMON games. So far they have been fine, but I do have a large table. Yeah, that's a consideration, right? If you have a big table, it may not be as much of a use for you, but if you don't have that space, these dashboards could really help with that. Do they fit in the storage? Yes, they do. In fact, they updated the picture here. So if you see on this right, see how it breaks into two pieces? That's how they are basically going to, or how they're going to be able to, actually, I guess that doesn't show it correctly. I think it breaks from the side, but I'm not exactly sure because they had mentioned it to me, but I thought it was supposed to be from the side. Anyway, point is, yes, they will fit in the storage box as well, blah, 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 in addition to like the condition miniatures and almost everything else that we've pretty much offered in this campaign, with the exception of the Phoenix, because that is a large miniature and we're already maxed out on space on that, so there's not going to be enough for that one. Right. I think as someone that is very organized, going to love them, but if you don't have much space in your table, then they aren't very helpful. Yep, very true. Are you guys sticking with the gray color for player dashboards? Or are they going to spice it up with some color in the final product? So I think the idea right now was to just have gray, and that's because, for one, if we had different colors, then essentially we need more, like they need to print different material colors for each one, right? And so that does make the complexity of making this add-on more difficult. And technically, I think it might be a different SKU, because then you'd have a red dashboard, a blue dashboard, a green dashboard, an orange, right? Right, you get the idea. So instead, it's just all going to be a gray. I guess if you wanted to, you could paint these. I don't know how that would affect necessarily, like, you know, the dashboard itself, but maybe that's an idea. We might have to try that later just to see, you know, what we can do with it. All right. Looks okay for full characters. I won't be using it for multiple comrades. Very good video. I returned for more bananas. Is the big box inside front art final? Big box inside art front art final? Are you referring to the storage solution? Because yes, I think so. Is the Gold Dragon going to be used in the campaign? Yes, Gold Dragon is already used in the campaign. And we're talking about maybe some other ways that he could potentially be used. All right. Good question about Gold Dragon. Elder Dragon greater than Gold Dragon. Maybe I meant Elder in the campaign. Oh. I think we might get to that here eventually. But don't want to, you know, anger the Dragori police either. All right. So green dragon, silver dragon, elder dragon, gold dragon. I left for a bit. Did you draw, give away anything? I am going to be doing that soon. We're going to finish the add-ons and then we'll go over that. Check out City of Kings character layer board. Gotta run. Thanks for the stream. See you when I wake up. Good luck with the next 12 hours. Haha, not yet. Hope you remember the secret code. I hope you guys will make one for classes sheet. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I understand. Thank you for the answer. I love how open you guys are with the community. Speaking of solo, does a game go quicker with 4 people playing a full hero each, or 1 person playing solo full heroes? That's a good question. I don't know if anyone has explicitly tried saying this. I think it depends on your group. So if you have a group that's really good at working together to build maps and do different parts of the game, right, to keep things moving, then I think 4 players can be quicker if you're versus playing with solo. But with solo, you don't have to essentially compromise on different strategies, right? With you're playing with others, you may come up with a cool strategy, and then someone's like, no, but what if we do this? And you're like, oh yeah, that might actually be a better idea. And then you change your plan as to what you're going to do. So it ends up, taking you longer than maybe what you were originally expected doing. Elder Dragons, no. Okay, so Next up is the extra campaign. So this is the one I referred to earlier. The $19 pledge just comes with the extra books in the Realms of the Madness and Wasteland Expedition, which is, of course, the arena, the contest campaign as Tanares Adventures rule set. Woo, sorry. 12 extra standees. So we're getting a ton more. You're getting some more standees that you're going to need for those campaigns. So that is in the $19. So if you want basically the most content that you can get for Standee as a straight Standee, this is what you want to get. If you absolutely have to have every single thing, then you would want to get the Penumbral pack that has the extra campaign in there, but then you'd be getting miniatures. But I will say, that is 7 quests. And it's, a little further outside of like the main story. So it wouldn't be, end of the world if you didn't get those either. But like I said, Tanares Standee is intended for someone to get the game as cheaply as possible because they just want to experience the game. It's not necessarily about, trying to replace the existing content. So that was the idea with it. Yeah, coughing, better call in sick. Uh-oh. All right, next one, Foreteller. So we talked about Foreteller a lot already, but if you missed us, I mentioned earlier, right, I have a live stream with Adam. We talked about Foreteller. In fact, honestly, I think this graphic needs to be improved because there is about 35 to 40 hours of audio content that's going to be in this thing. It's going to be massive. It's got 50 unique characters that you're going to be listening to. You're going to be, it has unique custom music soundtrack for each region in the world of Tanares. Adam is doing a fantastic job with what he's, we've given him. This is a fantastic add-on. And I think people really need to, try checking it out, give it a chance. If you're not sure, just watch my video. You can listen to some of the audio. I will say some of that is going to change because the journal is changing, but it's going to be right in that same vein. That music and those sound effects and the voice actors are still going to be the same there. So if you like that, you're definitely going to like Foreteller. All right, legendary box, $139 here. Comes with 74 miniatures, 2 huge villain miniatures. So you're getting the Hydra, which actually does have a quest in Tanares Adventures. You're getting the Balroth, which does appear in Wasteland Expedition. So you can get those. And these ones were part of the original Arena of the Contest campaign. Basically, that's what this entire box is kind of like those original stretch goal items there. And it was combined with the Heroes and Dungeons box. So there is a ton here because you're getting 18 heroes that will be there. And then 26 medium villain size miniatures. And then, of course, the walls, the switches, and the doors. And, of course, all the hero pads and cards that go along with all of those heroes. All right. How are you guys doing? Yeah, do not say cost. Okay. We'll definitely not tell her. He spent way too much money on this. I wish, let's see, Foreteller is great. I only wish they made the app a little easier to get the content. And when they back out of a text, not scroll all the way to the top. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Trent. So one of the things that we talked about in the stream and I've talked with Foreteller about before is they are actually reworking their app and their back end. So there is going to be a new experience for Foreteller that should be much improved from what the current version is. It's something that they've been working on for a while now, and they're getting very close to it being finished. I think it may be done in like the next month or two. But basically, way before even Tanares Adventures Ultimate gets to you guys, you should be seeing a new version of the app. So I expect it should be much better than what you guys may have previously experienced. Vodka time. Is the Time Twist Standee campaign a possibility down the road? Oh, I don't know. It might be. So, as probably many of you guys could guess, there's a possibility we've been looking at trying to get into retail, of course, right? Because that's really the way to continue to grow the fan base, continue to get people to be able to experience the game. And the Standee version is the most likely version that we could get picked up by retailers and distributors. So we've been looking into that. It's no promises that it's actually happening. So that's why if you weren't sure about the game, or but you wanted to get Standee, I'd get it now. Like, I wouldn't wait for retail, because for one thing, even if we do get it to retail, it's going to be more expensive than what you're getting here. So that's a thing to consider when backing here, and you'll be able to get it probably much sooner than retail, because we haven't finalized, or we haven't even really gotten significantly far yet on the retail side. So it's much more likely you'll be playing the game earlier here than if you tried to wait for the retail version. But we want that to be there in the future. And it kind of just depends on how it goes. If we had a ton of people that are really enjoying the game, they wanted more, we're gonna try to do what we can, like we've always done, right? To support the community, including a retail community. So it is a possibility, but I don't want to necessarily say that it is coming anytime soon. It's really just dependent on if, one, we get into retail, and two, if it's successful. If we can't even sell the Standee version, there's no way that a Standee Penumbral pack would happen. All right. Will Standee Pledge be available as an add-on in the Pledge Manager? I want to gift one to a friend. Yes, it will. You can get the Standee individually. And Nadgar, that's actually a great point. Maybe, it could be a great gift for people that, just want to kind of experience like what a dungeon crawl type game is, and be able to kind of get there. Like I said, it's a much cheaper price point for you to be able to get into the game and not have to spend a crazy amount of money. Now, obviously, $129, is not something to just bat an eye at, right? But it is still much more competitive than I'd say our other offerings. Okay, so let's finish this up here. Penumbral pack full. We talked about this more. Like I said, there's a lot in this thing. You're getting all of these boxes here from the previous campaign that are all included now, including the mystical pack. For people that didn't know, the mystical pack was a returning backer reward in the RPG campaign. So if you backed at the miniatures and cards pledge, you could get the mystical pack for free. But not everyone knew this, or they missed it. Or even people that got miniatures and cards and pledge and they were new, but they didn't know that because they missed the previous information that announced that. Then they didn't get that. That's actually why we have the mystical pack as an individual add-on. But anyway, so Penumbral pack here. You're getting the Penumbral Dragon. You're getting these awesome, cool Penumbral monsters here based on like the different emotions, fear, greed, envy. Lots of cool stuff in there. You're getting 17 heroes. You're getting a ton of heroes there, and companions. So I think it's less than 17. And then you're getting more terrain. So you're getting the Malign Tower, which actually you can use as a replacement for fatigue for heroes. As an option. Then you're getting, and this isn't even all of it, right? You're just seeing the thing here. You're getting the banners, you're getting the barricades, you're getting the pillars, you're getting the replacement like torch, book. Like there's little like cardboard tokens that you get in the Tanares Adventures box. You can replace it with an actual miniature instead. Bring your immersion even higher with the Penumbral pack here. And then, of course, the Time Twist book, where basically you're getting this campaign and you're getting the information for these new, some of the new characters like Suyoko, the ninja. She is a double-sided hero. One side, she's a controller. Other side, she's a tactician. She's the only character in the game that does that, which is pretty freaking awesome. In fact, I've enjoyed playing her a lot, which I have played her a lot. And she has definitely been a favorite character of mine so far, and I can't wait to play her in Tanares Adventures Ultimate again. Anyway, so and then there's some additional information about like Veront, who has some kind of more unique abilities that is explained in there, and then the PvP special cards like the Chi battle system and the Penumbral arena, which modifies your team death matches with different special rules. So I don't think I'm going to do it tonight because I really don't want to go for 14-hour stream, but I may do a video eventually kind of showing what that is so you guys can see what those special PvP modes are if you are interested in PvP. And then 179 cards. So in that Time Twist campaign, it's not even just another campaign. It's literally the fact you're playing at the next level. So the highest level in Tanares Adventures main campaign is level 3. In the Time Twist campaign, you go to level 4. So you're getting new attacks, you're getting better armor, better weapons, you're fighting stronger villains that are now level 4. So it's even a harder, more difficult version. So if you've already gotten through everything, right, you want that next level experience, this is what it's going to provide for you. And then the 3 plastic trays there. And you can get that Penumbral Dragon painted if you want to pay a little bit more there. And that is, I'll just show it quick right here. That's this guy. And I think I showed the painted version earlier. He is a purple, color. You can also see like my unboxing video. I have it, and I'm sure other people have the Penumbral Dragon as well. Super cool miniature. Anyway, next up, Dragon Collection, which has gotten a ridiculous amount of addition for this campaign. If you haven't jumped into the Dragon Collection before, this is probably the best time to get it now. So we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's see where we're at in the comments. All right. I still want the walls. Yes, I know. But we can't do every single, we can't do every type of add-on, right? That increases the complexity and cost even more for us. So Legendary Box, Penumbral Pack is the only way, or Legendary Boxes that get the walls, and then the Scenario Pack type items to get will be in the Penumbral Pack full now. Right. I'm a new backer. Is there anything I can read to get me prepped for the world you guys have created? Lore stories. Oh my god. Okay, Julius, if you can hang on for just... I don't know. I think I'm getting pretty close here. Once I finish add-ons, I will go to the art and world book, and I will go to the compendium book, so you can see that. Real quickly, though, I will say we have an RPG that is coming out. We have the player's guide released already, which is already like a 200 or 300 page book. We're having a source book that's coming out probably within like the next 2-3 weeks or so. And that is freaking packed with lore. Michael has done a crazy job with that. And then there will be an adventure book too, which will be able to take you on an adventure in Tanares RPG. But otherwise, I'd say those are between the art book, the compendium, and the source book especially. The player's guide is also great too, but it has more RPG campaign parts of it. You'll be able to get much more of the lore there. And I know, because I already see some sad faces in the chats here of people that missed the RPG campaign. Don't you worry. The RPG campaign pledge manager is opening pretty soon. I think next month. I think Gabriel abandoned me a long time ago. If he was here, he could maybe comment if he knows anything else. But I think next month we are opening the RPG pledge manager again. And you will be able to purchase those books either physically, digitally, or the both version. Get the digital and physical version in there. And so you can start preparing for the world of Tanares even before you receive the game. So that will be pretty awesome. But that will be, just to clarify, that'll be for the digital copy, right? You'll get the digital copy because that's easy for us to get you now. The physical will be coming, it's shipping the end of this year is the plan, and then should be getting, to your house early next year. Okay. Songs. The entire book is on TTS. The compendium is on the Tabletop Simulator, actually. When's the next Kickstarter start? Haha. Why did they get rid of split class roles? I could dive into this one for a while. Basically, I will say why it didn't work is how Tanares Adventures works. So with the hero cards, you have triggers, and then you have like the different skill pads and things that match up with them. If you had the mixing, it would be hard to get them to work between your hero card and your skill pad. And because of that complexity, they ended up not doing the hybrids. And that's a question way back from the Tanares Adventures campaign. At the time, they were still thinking about still trying to make them hybrids, but there wouldn't be any mechanic reason for it. And I told them that they should just abandon that because there's already heroes that kind of have mixed themes already. So if we went by that kind of reasoning, then it just would have been much messier and more difficult, and it really wasn't needed. All right. Foreteller soundtrack. How do we get more promotion about this so we can get the music? Yeah, Timothy. Here's how you guys do it. You go to the Foreteller Discord. They have a Foreteller Discord, or their Facebook page, or I think they might be on Instagram and Twitter as well. Go to any of their social media. I'd say their Foreteller or their Discord page, they're actually very active in. Go there and tell them you want Tanares Adventures soundtrack. Don't let them not give you the soundtrack. Every single one of you that is getting Foreteller should be going to there and asking for that soundtrack. And that's actually one of the things I love about them is they are often like us at Dragori, where if enough people ask for it, they just end up caving and giving it to you guys. So if you go there and you tell them you want those music soundtracks, I bet you they will do it. But they need to have a lot of people do it. It can't just be one of you. It needs to be every single one of you doing it. All right. Next one. I have painted full Dragon Collection, and the minis are amazing. They were very fun to paint. Nadgar, you've done an amazing job. You're freaking... Honestly, if I was cheating, I could have just literally put up piece after piece after piece of your stuff on the campaign page, but that would have been horrible because we want to show everybody, not just one person. But your artwork is absolutely amazing. Julius, I don't want to spoil myself much, so I only saw on the surface it's named Arena on TTC. The art and world file and compendium is awesome. Can't wait for the source book. Will there be a Dragon King ever? That's a good question. I don't know. Ask Michael about that one. I missed the answer on digital art. Did you answer that? I need new backgrounds on my laptop. No, they haven't. They haven't said anything on that one yet. Anna will always be our king. All right, I came back to Parade 1 for flanks. Thank you as much for the info. I'll definitely be sticking around. Awesome. Eat the banana. Eat the banana. The banana wants to be eaten. Okay, hi, I'm sorry if this was responded already. Can you tell us more about how the upgrade for the hero's primary attacks are going to work? If it was responded to, I'll track back. No, I can answer that. So basically what it is, and I could have changed. I believe the idea right now is that they are level 2 attacks. So as the game goes on, right? So you start off with your unique hero attacks. They're classified as level 0. You will get 4 level, I think it is it 0? Yeah, there are 4 zeros. And then you change to level 1s. And then as you start going on through the campaign, you'll start getting level 2s, then you'll get level 3s. The problem is those hero uniques, which are level 0, kind of get outscaled. But as the campaign goes on, you will be able to replace maybe one of your level 2s with your hero unique level 2 generic card. So it will still be role specific, but it will allow you to use it. So it will say something like, let's say you're playing the controller, for example. The idea is you'll get a set amount of hit damage, and then the effect will say apply one of the your hero unique effects. And so you will then apply one of your hero unique effects, and then you'll get an additional effect that'll be like specific to your class. So like controller, they often are either applying conditions or they're giving out mana cubes or something. Then they would also get to apply that. So that's how you will still get to use them and replace them within the current system. But that's generally how it goes. Only 11 hours ago. You might be able to keep the stream going. Oh, man. Whew, that'd be ridiculous. All right. Next up, Dragon Collection, $89. 15 boss pads. So these are all for the boss versus boss mode. But the boss versus boss mode components are actually used in the Dragon Collection side quests. So you will need these components to play those quests, as that is a requirement. So then you get the 80 cards in there. You're getting the boss versus boss rulebook, so you can play boss versus boss, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically you have dragons or other monsters that battle each other, and it's kind of like a MOBA where they're on other sides of the map and they're like the bases, and then they have their own unique creep that go to the other side trying to attack the other dragon, and then you have 3 heroes on each team, and they're trying to either mess with the other heroes or the creep or attack the dragon. And there's other ways for you to gain charges, which does a massive amount of damage from your dragon that'll apply that. Okay, so that's boss versus boss. 6 miniatures. Talessa the Dragon Queen, who was originally just a special PvP hero, will now be a campaign hero. But she won't just be another hero. You have to unlock her, which means you need to play that Dragon versus Dragon, the Dragon Collection side quests to get her. And then, of course, right, once you have her, then you can use her in, any future playthroughs or things. But that is kind of the idea of where we're going with Talessa. Of course, things could change, but I believe that's the plan. So here's the dragons that are inside Kelleroth, the white dragon here, Zaramog, the black dragon, Asmore, the red dragon, Thyra, the blue dragon, and Vardok, the undead dragon, which there's some pretty cool lore if you're a super hardcore nerd about him and how he kind of came into being. Okay, next add-on there. Let's finish this up, guys. We can do this. Madness Box, $69. Venture into the heart of madness, where unimaginable horrors await your courage and fortitude. This is basically a miniatures box. So you are getting your 7 miniatures, the Chimera here, the Augur, Balara here, who is a massive, all 3 of these are massive miniatures, or huge size, sorry. And then you have these 3 large bosses, so the Undead Knight, the Titan, and then the Demon. And then finally the Lich, who is a medium size, which is the same size as Heroes. And he does appear in some of the quests. And he's kind of he has a story part to him. It's there basically, well, I don't want to ruin it, but let's just say that like he has a history with the Kemet, and he's trying to get back at them as well. And you're going to have to try to make a decision. Are you going to help the Lich, or are you going to, go against him, basically, on it? So that is a cool part about the Madness box. All right, lots of software engineers. We are so many engineer nerds. Honestly, it's not really that surprising that a lot of engineers like playing strategy games like this. Like it's kind of what you expect. All right. You mentioned new content for the Dragon Box. If I own everything so far and got the deluxe upgrade pack, will I own everything new? Yes, you will. In fact, and the new Draconic Council quest, which I believe is some idea where you're controlling or using the dragons to fight other things. I need to go re-review that one exactly, know everything that's in the Draconic Council quest. But yes, there is more content that's related to that and specific with the Dragon Collection. All right, to expand on a little on Marcelo's question, if you have time, of course, can you talk about the changes made to the heroes so that each of them feels more distinct? So I did mention this a little bit earlier, but I will just quickly mention. So we talked about making hero uniques as like level 2 abilities. So you'll still be able to use your hero unique effects, and it'll still be scaled within the game. There will be hero unique skills. So that way each hero will have something that's specific to them. And the skills are actually pretty powerful from what I've seen already. I'm not sure. I think they show them as level 4s right now. I don't know if they're for sure going to be level 4 or level 3, but they are very powerful. And then the last part is they will have total charge abilities where you will get a hero unique total charge. So we're really trying to provide a way to continue that specific hero and that what makes him special later on in the game. So not every hero is kind of like so similar that there's not really a lot of differences anymore. All right. Yes, board game code. Yeah, he mentions about how they start to feel the same later. I'm not an engineer. Can I still play? Yes, you can still play. You can play too. Sounds like you need a good financial planner to me. Yeah, Lord Tyshan is a financial planner. So if you need to know how to not spend your money, as we've been talking about today, or maybe you need to spend your money. I think Tyshan did suggest recently to me that, if things go bad, you could always use all of these boxes as a home. So there's that side of it too. All right, huge fan of the Madness box cover art. Yeah, because that augur is sweet. Just added a comment in the general discussion page in Discord. Tagged everyone in it and says to like it and say that you want a soundtrack from Foreteller games. So go like it. You did it in our Discord, or you did it in Foreteller's Discord, board game officer. Hopefully you did it in theirs, because as much as I'd like to put it in ours. Oh man. Yeah. Hopefully you did it. You guys need to do it in the Foreteller one if you haven't done it. No. It's got to be in the Foreteller Discord, not our Discord, because they don't look at ours as often. But you go to their Discord and post that you want it, they will see it. So go to the Foreteller Discord and post how you want the Tanares Ultimate soundtrack. Go there and do that. Okay. That is, and then you can get the Madness box painted. So that's another option. All of those miniatures will get painted, by the way. Okay. You tagged them as well. Great. Nate, who's their community manager, is going to be like, dude, really? But whatever. You're right. I need a drink. Go, 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 go. All right. Great job, everyone. Keep it up. Keep after them. I think it'll be likely to happen if we get enough people to do it. All right, next one, the Gold Dragon, $35. This big boy, he's big. He's right here. In fact, this is what the painted version of the Gold Dragon is. In fact, I think I showed this one time before in one of my videos, but there's like a guy in the flame here who is, he's like right here, right there, who's like getting flamed. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, if you want this awesome miniature here, you can get that one painted for $69 or unpainted for $35. And then I think that they might have said that, I don't know if this one had a discount or not, but that is an option that you can get there for the Gold Dragon. He does show up in some quests, and he's used in Boss vs. Boss if you have the Dragon Collection. All right, the Penumbral Trask, which I do not have that one, unfortunately, because he went with me to Origins and Phoenix. Fantastic miniature as well. $29, unpainted. He is Dread, the first ungod. So if you don't know yet about who the ungods are, you're going to quickly learn that they are quite the force to deal with and are a quite big pain for us in the story. Okay, then you can bet him painted for $58, and that is what he looks like there. All right. Next up, storage solution. So if you want that big box to put all of your items in there, in fact, I think they're planning to put many of the stretch goals in this box. Of course, you know, they're supposed to have that place anyway, but that is, I think, where many of them will go. And you can kind of get an idea here, right, where it will have information how you store things within the box on the side of it, then and then of course what type is in there. So you can find all your hero miniatures in there, tiles and tokens. Cards will be in a specific area, books will be in a specific area, and so it's kind of divided up that way. But each one will tell you how to store it, and it will fit sleeves and everything else. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Thanks for watching, man. Good to see you again. It's been a while. 9 sub boxes with 11 trays, so there's quite a bit in there. Yeah, man, the $79 storage solution. All right, Silver Dragon, $29 option here. So if you missed it and you're not part of the all-in, you can get the unpainted Silver Dragon for $29 or $58 for the painted. Or if you did get the day one gift, if you add $29, you'll get the painted job added in it, and you'll select it when it's in the pledge manager. But basically, you're going to do this as a bonus support because it's not listed as an add-on. Okay, and yes, he is a big boy at 180 millimeters. City World Phase board, we talked about this already. City and World Phase will now be a game board instead of the poster map. You can get an addition, and there will be a second board that they've been voting on. Hasn't been selected yet, but it will be there. And then you can get the campaign log and save sheet. So the save sheet we didn't offer before. It was just digitally, but now you can get it physically, and you're getting the extra copy of the campaign log because you'll get one in your normal box if you're a new backer. So that is there. Mystical pack, like I mentioned before, this was the one that many people missed, and that's why we're offering it. So in here you are getting the new version of the Emperor, who is a commander. He is Emperor the Supreme. So he comes with this awesome new tiger, which is a fantastic miniature. Absolutely love that one. Then we have Haran here, who is the previously he was called the Shapeshifter. His new version is called the Doppelganger, and he is a tactician. Then we have our 3 NPC heroes here. Sadura, who is our 4th one, is actually part of the normal Penumbral pack box, but she is the Blue Dragon Blade in there. I forget now. Yeah, I think it's the Blue Dragon Blade in there. But she already has hero stuff for her. But Zalir, Sarah, Haradrim here were just miniatures that you could use for the RPG. Now they are heroes because of this campaign. So if you're getting all the stretch goals, all of these will be heroes that you will be able to use playing the campaign as well. And then you have your hero pads here for using them in PvP. Obviously, the stretch goals for these pads will be in the stretch goal box for it. And then the cards there with them. Okay. And then we mentioned about the pledge manager here. So if there's something that you missed, a different item individually, you are going to want to check out the pledge manager, right? Either picking the add-on pledge or picking the gates, $5 gates the Empire pledge, and then you'll be able to get in there and pick these items that you want. There will be other ones that are not shown on here, and if there's something that you wanted specifically that's missing, because we do have some people that have weird different specifics, things that happen for whatever reason. Maybe they missed something or they lost something or whatever. You can email customer service even once the pledge manager opens, and we can see if there is extra stock of something that maybe you wanted and isn't available in the pledge manager. Okay, now let's talk about the last thing here, which I'm sure many of you guys are actually curious about here. So this here is the Elder Dragon. He appeared in the original Arena the Contest campaign. My wife has started painting him. She hasn't finished painting him yet because it is a massive, massive miniature, and she's been working on many, many different things. And anyway, so this thing is a huge size, a massive size. So he takes up a 5x5 square. He's freaking huge. Now, he had his own unique quest in Arena the Contest with the Arena the Contest rules, and he did not, currently, he hasn't been offered in any way. Let's just say that you're going to want to keep your eye on the news here, especially once the pledge manager comes, and especially in regards to this guy. So, especially maybe let other people know once we get to that point, in case they're missing things as well. But let's just say you're going to want to keep your eye on this guy. And you'll notice I have 2 of these here for some reason. That's weird. So a while back, there was some boxes that were going to be destroyed, and so Dragori had asked me at the time if I would accept these boxes so that way they would not get destroyed, and I did. And so my plan has always been to do a giveaway to give away some of these items. And this isn't even everything. This is just the Elder Dragons that I had. So I figured this might be one good way here to kind of end off this stream. And figured maybe we could just do like a giveaway of these 2 Elder Dragon boxes. So they're both brand new. Obviously, like I said, they will be in the Pledge Manager as well. So if you don't win right now, then basically you'll still be able to get it later. But we will do a giveaway here. So we have about 49, it's fluctuating, about 50 people or so. So we're gonna do well, let's make it a little bit bigger so that way we see what we come up here. So I am going to do and I wonder if I can show it down here, a random number generator. And I am going to have people write a number between 1 and 1,000. Let me see if I can update the page here before, so you guys can see. So I'm going to look here at the chat. Oh. Okay. Hopefully, okay. So I'm going to look at the chat, and you guys post a number between 1 and 1,000, and I will give maybe about, I don't know, 2 minutes here for people to post a number between 1 and 1,000. If you pick another number that someone has been already selected, then we might be in trouble for this. Do not post more than 1. Otherwise, if I see you post more than 1, then you're automatically disqualified. And I'll review it later. So just post 1 number. Do not post it again. And I'm setting a timer here. Give people some time to come up with their number. And so we'll do that for the first one here and see who wins. And I'm checking through, watching you guys. No cheating. Foreteller game. Nate, is that you? Nate's like, I really want a dragon. Okay. Hopefully this works out. So, one stipulation is, and I probably should have said this before everyone entered. So, I'm based in the US, right? So generally shipping is a lot cheaper for people in the US. So if you're somebody that is in, a maybe far away country, it may not actually be cost effective for you to receive this. Anyway, so the idea is I will probably pay like up to like, a certain amount of money, like $30 or something in shipping. But then, if for some reason, like you're in a really far one, it's going to be crazy, much more expensive. You might just want to actually get it in the Pledge Manager because it'll probably be cheaper, honestly. So, let's do this. We got 9 seconds. Hopefully nobody has cheated. I'm checking again here. All right. That's it. No more entries at this point. All right, we're going to generate the number 1 to 1,000. 227. 227. I'm going to write it here. And whoever was the closest to 227 will win this Elder Dragon here, which I think I saw a 224. Yeah, I think that is it. 224 is the closest. So 224, where are you? I saw you for a second. Here we go. Will you feed me? Will you feed me? You are the winner here. So what you need to do is message me on Discord, and I will you know, go over with you on how to get this Elder Dragon. Hopefully you're actually in the US. So that way it doesn't cost you a bazillion dollars to do this. Otherwise, that would be pretty sad, because I'd prefer you to get this as cheaply as possible. So if it does end up being more expensive, then I highly suggest going through the Pledge Manager. Okay. Yes, we will feed you with dragons. All right. So that is one here that we're putting off to the side. Or will you feed me? All right. And then I have one more. It's already just, oh boy, there goes my banana. Goes into, it's already like in this, you know, wrapped packaging here. So last one is, everyone here should, if you haven't done it already, go tell Foreteller, especially since they're in the chat, that you want the Tanares soundtrack. Make sure you let them know that you want that, for sure. Start off with that, and we'll start doing the next giveaway. 1 second. Yeah. Banana doesn't come with it, guys. No banana. You got to get your own banana. All right. So if you're all ready, I'm going to set my timer. You have 2 more minutes to enter your number between 1 and 1,000. Ready, go. Yeah, check out their Discord and bother them there as well. So after 2 minutes, I am going to do this again. Nico Sophus, you've already selected a number someone else has done, so you need to select a different one. And no doing 2 numbers, otherwise you're automatically disqualified. Code, you don't even need it, you're just screwing around now. Here we go, here we go. You guys still have some time while that is going on here. Let's see if I can check out the pledge. Let's check out where we're at on the campaign while we're waiting for people to enter their numbers. Remember, only enter once. If I see more than one, then you're disqualified. We're at 1,423,000. We got to pump up those numbers. Come on. 7,475 backers, 11 hours to go. Come on, guys. We can do this. Keep it coming. And let's look at our stretch goals here. And we're at we need to get up to the 450 and then more for the special surprise. All right, we're closing in on the end of the entries here. If you haven't entered one, make sure to enter it very soon. And all right, so that's the timer there. So Jason Dobson is the last person here with an entry. There will be no more after Jason there. Okay. Last one for this other Elder Dragon. And let me get it back up on the screen here so you guys can see. Boom. All right, so I'm going to look through the answers here to see if anyone else has done something or cheated in any way. Looks like, I mean, besides code, being a jerk, I think we had one person, Nico, did a different one. Good job, Nico. All right, here we go, guys. Last one for all the bananas. And we will press the generate. 477. Whoever is the closest to 477. Ooh, I see 459. Tim Arnold, you're pretty close. 486. I think that might be closer. Let's see. 786. And sorry. 459. No. Yeah, 489, I think. 459. 459 is the closest one I see right now. I think it's I think it might be 459 is the closest. So Tim Arnold. 459. All right. 459 is the closest. The number is 477 was the generated number, but I think that 459 is the closest person that guessed. And that is Tim Arnold. So Tim Arnold, make sure to message me on Discord, and we'll work out on getting you sent the Elder Dragon. And hopefully as well you are in the US, because like I said, if it ends up being way too expensive, you may just want to get it through the Pledge Manager instead. But anyway, that's it. So I just have those two Elder Dragons, which hopefully we'll be seeing some more action here at some point. But I think that is about it. We got anything else? We are working our way up there on the stretch goals, getting closer. All right, Tim is in Canada, so hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll check. I know one time before when I did a different giveaway, somebody lived way too far away and it was gonna be insanely expensive, so we ended up just doing somebody else getting it. So we'll see what it's at. But message me in Discord, and you can get this Elder Dragon. Okay. Let's jump back to the page. Boom. And this is it, guys. Final hours. Thank you so much for staying here this long, listening to me rant for 3 hours and 18 minutes. My wife is probably like, are you ever coming to bed at this point? Because this is getting late, and definitely got another big full day of fun tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Okay. Foreteller Game says if he is too far, they'll send him a code. Awesome. Well, thank you, Foreteller Games. But anyway, thank you so much for everyone watching. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this stream. I did an end of stream in the Tanares RPG as well that people really seem to like as well. And this one has done fantastic. So really appreciate you guys, staying here with me this long. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me kind of continue on here, keep spreading the stuff for Tanares Adventures, and plenty more of our content and things that'll come. But I think that is pretty much gonna be about it for tonight. If you haven't backed, if you're still considering it, of course you can ask questions later in Discord. We got lots of great community members, even if I can't get to them. And then, of course, a lot of these options will still be available in the Pledge Manager. So even if you just don't know right now and you want to go to the $5 pledge and then come at it later, you can do that as well. But anyway, that is it for tonight. Make sure you guys have a great night, and we'll see you at the next one.